Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Risk of Resources race. Race is still sick, so I will be hosting today, and I am joined by Goji Fuck the Fans 401. Welcome on in. How you doing today?
Thank you for that gracious introduction. I've never said such a thing in my life. I love all our viewers, all our fans, and I'm excited everybody's here for a good race today.
Goji was saying right before we jumped in here that they hate the fans and they wish they would
No,
go away. It was
no, I
pretty
wouldn't say
fucked up,
that.
honestly. Oh
Well,
no.
I'm glad we're all here. What do we have today? Who's racing?
Uh, we got a very exciting one today. We got a team race with Tyler, Ruddy, Dan, and Confused.
Ooh. A lot of Australians today.
Yes.
Almost the full Australian race, but should be looking good.
Okay. Hold on one second.
But we're gonna be starting off here with Artificer. We got Artie, Commando, Captain, and Loader today. It's a pretty forgiving set of loadouts.
It
I
is
don't
very
think any of them
forgiving.
are gonna ruin anybody's day, but
Uh,
see what happens.
yeah, I feel like it's been a while since we've had a loader in
Yeah,
any
yeah,
capacity.
yeah. Last time I remember was when we had the really high elo team race where Zinc got that like 15-minute loader run.
Okay, let me
But
just.
I am interested in that one today. There's not many loader players. Confuse is a pretty solid loader, but the rest of them are not exactly loader fans. So we might end the day with a pretty messy loadout,
We'll
to say the
see.
least.
Team races have a tendency to tie, so
Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah,
that
it might
doesn't
not end the
happen.
day on loader. What do you
Just
mean? Ties are exciting. We love ties.
um, yeah. I mean, so just a reminder: no bonus points in team races whatsoever. Um, It is 2 points or 3 points for first place, two for second, one for third, zero for last. And just when we do team races, there's a lot of different configurations where they just end up tying. Either it'll be like
Yeah.
first and last, or I think like,
I guess it's just first and last now that I'm thinking about
yeah,
it.
I guess it is. But it happens
But
a
that just
lot.
happens a lot. So it's pretty easy. Or there's a loadout where one team gets first and second, then the next loadout the other team gets first and
Hmm.
second because they found the strategies that one loadout and shared them pretty quickly. So good chance of being some even points here.
I'm excited to see this Ion Surge Artie. I feel like whenever we get Artie in a race, it's never Ion Surge for whatever reason. It looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very often flamethrower, but we're getting right in here. Starting off on distance roost. Distant roost.
All right. Sorry about that. Had to do some stuff in the back end here. Hopefully we're good now.
No worries.
Ruddy
Definitely
is
didn't have any technical issues today. That's a nice thing about these races. They're
where,
always clean and simple.
where is Ruddy? Uh, there we go.
I
Okay,
see
there we
everybody
go.
heading out towards the try shop right now. We do see the thunder is rumbling, so there is going to be a Halcyon Shrine here. Be surprised if anybody's buying any items.
I would be surprised as
But
well.
good amount of barrels right off rip. So I think that's why we see Dan picking up that crit because he recognizes that he does have the extra gold.
Ruddy getting a cautious slug from that try shop there. I think that was out of a random. That's always nice to find early
Yeah,
on.
interesting that we see kind of the difference in their decision making between Reddy and Dan there, interacting with that same try shop. Red team, on the other hand, is getting right into this Halcyon Shrine. Should be a pretty easy kill with Artie. You have the execute with the ice,
Hmm.
the ability to get out of danger with that Ion Surge.
I think as long as you have Ion Surge, honestly, the rest of the loadout doesn't matter too much on Artie. Um, I like the nano bomb just slightly better, but Ice Spear is also very very good.
Yeah, yeah. I
Ooh,
mean, Ice Spear is just great for Mithrix. It's going to make the fight really simple. You can hold them in the middle of the arena, but we see there's a band in the
Yeah,
Halcyon Shrine, so that's going to be some really big damage earlier on in this run. Just
everyone
allow
should
these
find
races
that.
to go pretty quick. I was about
Yeah,
to put a prediction that somebody finds a band before stage 3, but well, there we go. It's found.
some prayer beads as well. How do you feel about prayer beads in the races?
I don't think about them. It's one of those items you pick up and you're like, I hope I can scrap it at some point, but it's almost like a non-factor in the runs. I
Hmm.
mean, maybe that's just because like I don't know how much they're really doing, but I never find them to be notable.
Yeah, I
I think
mean
a
it.
lot of times it's just scrapping isn't a big part of the runs really. So
I like very rarely will you go out of your way for a scrapper. It's one of those things where it's like, if it's in the teleporter, will you scrap? Probably, but it's not necessarily something you're seeking out unless it's like a
yeah,
super cope run or something.
yeah. But it is definitely a nice little boost. There's worse items to find. I think as a green item, it doesn't feel especially rewarding in the races format. But you know, there are stealth kits. There are worse items to be getting.
Chance stall is also another interesting one, especially like if you're the only person that finds it. It adds a little bit of variation to your run, where like you can find an item that other people might not find.
Yeah. Oh, we see a
And
ukulele on
oh,
confused up there, and already we see a pretty big difference in the speed that the two teams are playing at. Blue team, Ruddy and Dan are opting to play a little bit slower, get a few more items, which really doesn't surprise me based on just their general play style.
mhm.
Confused though, Confused is a speedrunner through and through, and I think he's going to really be leading the pack all day long today. And I think the thing to watch out for with him is I'd be surprised if he doesn't finish every loadout first real time. He just needs to make sure he doesn't +5.
Mm.
I think if he doesn't +5, he's got a really good shot of getting a lot of points today, though.
Yeah, I do feel like red team is probably going to play a little bit more riskier than blue team.
Mm.
I will say, I think going into this, Ruddy and Dan have a decent advantage just because like they know each other really well. They play with each other all the time. They're really good friends in real
Yeah,
life. So like, and in the team races, communication is a huge aspect, and I think that's kind of lost in the cast sometimes. It's a reason you guys should actually go check out these guys' streams because it's something we don't really cover, but it's very, very important. Just how they're communicating with each other, what information are they telling each other that's important? Because there's a lot of information in a run that just is not important at all. And when you're in a team race, it can be kind of hard to parse through it because you're looking at your own screen. And trying to focus on that while you have your teammate in the other ear telling you if something that's happening a stage from now.
yeah.
It can be very
It's
overwhelming.
always it's always interesting the conversations between teammates leading up to a race, because often what will happen is you'll get in a call together, like maybe it's a day before if you're going to practice together, and you'll say, okay, what are the things we're going to call out in this race? Because you don't want to call out every item. You don't want to call out, hey, I found a monster tooth in this chest
Yeah.
halfway across the map. You don't want to say, oh, there's a barrel over here. But you definitely want to call it a ban. You definitely want to call it a safer spaces that Ruddy just picked up,
Yeah.
which it looks like for
That's
the
a
time being, red team might just completely miss.
that's a good find.
They are picking up a delicate watch, though. A little bit of extra damage to go with that band and crit. I'm sure they'll both pick that up.
I wonder if we'll see anyone go for the arty host skip. I'm not sure if we've really seen that in the races yet. There was a
We
setup
have,
found.
yeah, we've seen, so Duklowski, I believe, tried doing it a couple weeks ago, and they got it, but they messed it up a couple of times, and it cost them like 6 minutes. If you have Ion Surge, it doesn't matter. I think Ion Surge is just faster.
Hmm.
But
Well, but you can do like a hybrid skip, I think, like with Ion Surge to make it even faster.
yeah, I think the move is to Ion Surge once you leave the tunnel, and then kind of do the headset spot where you get a little host skip there to get yourself a little bit higher,
Mm,
and then Ion Surge onto the tree, and then Ion Surge one more time to be all the way up.
that's a decent strat.
And with spaces, it will just be a little bit faster.
Yeah, I don't think spaces are as important on Artie as other survivors, just because, like in the Mithrix fight, for instance, it's kind of hard to die with Artie just because you can float above Mithrix, and I think, especially with Ion Surge, it typically is a pretty easy fight. Got the freeze as well that Mithrix is susceptible to for God knows why.
Hmm. Yeah, that's kind of the name of the game with Artie. Is Mithrix is going to be pretty easy. The two difficult parts are going to be maybe stage 5 and then phase 2 of Mithrix. We do see a Grove Tender
Holy
right now in
shit.
stage 3 though.
Thank you for the 20 anonymous gifted subs. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say that's pretty awesome. I hope I got one, man.
Where's mine? What the hell? Klasky got
A
one.
little bit of trouble with Confused right now dealing with this Grove Tender. It's actually breaking a
Oh.
watch. This is and a +5 on Confused. Wow.
That is unfortunate. I
Yeah,
missed
really
it. Was it
tough.
just the Grove Tender there?
Yeah, it was just the Grove Tender Wisps just chasing down Confused. I mean, he tried to circle away, but with no movement speed and no AoE to deal with the Wisps, he just kept getting hit by one after another. And it's kind of scary again, getting launched down to the ground. Does finally kill a Grove Tender, has to dodge a couple of Wisps here.
Interesting. This is not the map
Does
that
get away.
I would have expected this on.
Yeah, I think Grove Tender is just a surprisingly difficult enemy if you don't have the correct tools. And that being movement speed or AoE. If you have movement speed, you can kind of just run away. But Infuse is scaring me here. I think they're getting a little bit tilted, taking some hits from a... Oh, that was really close. Oh, that's the BG. Okay. Looking at the wrong thing. We
Also,
are seeing Ruddy going into the blue portal here.
yeah, which is a very good strat in team races. I didn't see what was in the soup, but Dan is hitting the newt here, so...
I think I see what was in the soup. I think if you look at Ruddy's items, we can see quite clearly what was in the soup.
A headset. So he just communicated that to Dan. He's like, yo, there's a headset in the first soup. So it's seeded not by stage, but by time you go there. So the first time you go there, it'll always be the same item, whether you go on stage 1 or stage 4. So
Yep.
that's a very powerful thing in the races. There's also an ETG printer, getting rid of the prayer beads.
Oh,
Perfect.
Wow. Unfortunately, only one item to put in there. But
For
I just
now.
have the band as well. Yeah, I mean, because
Oh,
Reddy lost all of his greens to that headset, but
Dan losing the band.
I'd happily take a headset with Ion Surge.
There was also another prayer beads from the teleporter, which kind of sucks to print it immediately into it because you probably don't get that much value out of it. You get maybe like a fifth of a level or something.
And this is kind of interesting here. What do you think is stronger, 5 ATGs or one headset?
It's a good question.
A headset's better than 5 greens. But when the 5 greens are all ATGs, and that's a lot of damage.
Oh, there's
you know,
capacitor as well.
I saw a lot of damage on the ATG proc from Dan there.
I'm not sure. Headset is definitely really strong with Ion Surge.
Yeah.
It's a faster skip. It's a really great AoE option. But 5 ATGs is 5 ATGs. That's a hard one, actually.
Yeah, and the thing with the ATGs is if you're freezing Mithrix, there's a good chance those ATGs are hitting. A lot of times on Mithrix, ATGs are a little bit underwhelming because they just miss.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can consistently just keep Mithrix in one position, I think those ATG procs will actually do a lot more damage. I mean, we'll have to see. At first I thought, okay, blue team finds the headset. They're at a clear advantage here. But I'm not so sure. We see red team moving on to stage 4 now.
I do think blue team is definitely doing a little bit better, but Like the time lead that red team has is kind of nominal at this point.
Yeah. I mean, what's really tough is that Confuse has this +5. I think without the +5, it's really anybody's game right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be really surprised if we see blue team taking a +5 now that they have this extra damage from the headset. We do see Ruddy printing a couple ATGs, so he
Yeah.
is kind of the best of both worlds. Headset, watch, 2 ATGs, some nice defense with a space as an opal as well as some healing.
That Sail Star is a little bit sad to see as well because Dan's probably going to have to get rid of it if he wants that headset. Dan just has fewer
Yeah.
greens. Oh, using it on this immediately,
Oh,
getting a Sonorous Whispers.
Honorous. Interesting. And I wonder, is Dan gonna go print the headset here? He loses all his greens, so 3 ATGs, a Sail Star, and an Noxious Thorn. I'm guessing he's gonna do it, but I think either call is pretty valid here.
Maybe he's not because he's going back for more ATGs. I'd figure if he was going to do that, he should at least
I'm
print
guessing not.
the prayer beats for that value, though.
Yeah, he might just have that full looter mindset of, oh, I have to save those prayer beats. But odds are one more ATG is going to do a lot more for your build than...
Is that a Molten Perforator as well? Is that a
Oh, wow.
printer?
It looks like it. I didn't see what was in it.
I just see that Ruddy has a Murph now. There it is.
Oh, yeah. That's a Murph printer. So, I mean, that's a proc chain.
And I'm looking at red team. They're kind of struggling at this teleporter event. They got through it, but a lot of curse on that health bar.
It was a couple of Titans. That's a little bit of a hard teleporter for Artie because it's really easy to get stuck outside of the range where the Titans will activate their laser. I think their damage is kind of strong enough, but they're going to need to keep up their pace if they don't want blue team to catch up here.
Mm-hmm. And blue team is going to get, blue team is going to get even more items just from killing the Titans with Sonorous there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll get 2 extra. They were both able to find that. Some nice communication there between Dan and Ruddy. Dan indicating that once he found the Sail Star, hit that large chest and he'll get that free red.
I definitely
Ruddy playing this boss fight smart, not getting too close, not getting too far away from the Titans.
I definitely think with Murph, ATG is the right answer because the Murph kind of solves AoE, right? And headset, you get a lot of value with Murph and ATG together that I feel like headset just isn't quite as competitive there, but it is good. Getting some AP rounds from the Titan on the Sonorous Whispers. That's a really good one to find.
That's some nice extra damage. The Sail Star that Tyler just used turned into a Breaching Fan, it looked like, from a small chest on this stage. So some nice value. Or maybe that wasn't the Sail Star item. Either way, finding a Breaching Fan, which is some nice extra damage. Oh, Dan is dead.
Oh, no.
That is a +5.
No, there's a Shrine of Shaping, though.
Oh,
it is a -2 watches, though.
It got us again. It got us again. Every time.
Man, I hate those. We gotta have a discussion about that. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we should have a discussion. I think we kind of did last week's race and then just moved on with our life for a week, and then we showed up to work on Sunday and we're like, oh yeah, the shrine, the cheater shrine. Looks like red team is moving on to stage 5 here. Tyler hitting the TP right now. And Tyler has a pretty balanced build. Ooh, Gilded Elder Lemurians for this TP boss.
That kind of sucks for blue team not being able to get the extra items. Well, maybe.
True,
they are elites, so there's a small chance, but
yeah,
an actual boss probably would have been better. Oh, and those jellyfish.
This is a difficult boss to deal with.
I know. I'm looking at Tyler.
Head stomp either.
Making me nervous right now.
Yeah. One of those times where you want to play safe. A +5 is 5 minutes on your timer. Playing safe is maybe an extra minute.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
So I like how he's going about this here. These jellyfish are
yeah, I
scary
know.
though.
They're the blazing jellyfish. One of the most terrifying enemies in the game.
Oh, and blue team actually finding a Dios hitting a large
Oh,
chest on stage 4 with the Sail Star.
and another Sail Star.
Yeah.
Is that a Sail Star chain? I love when that happens. You use your Sail Star and you get another Sail Star out of it. It gives you another Sail Star.
Oh, yeah. So potential for even extra
Ooh,
items on stage 5 with that Sail Star.
another ATG and a Shuriken for Dan. I feel like at this point, Dan should just go. You've got the safety,
Yeah.
got both bears, 5 ATGs. Like, what more are you looking for at this point? Ruddy as well, for that matter.
I think blue team just has so much experience playing this game slow and consistently and not +5ing that their instinct is to take their time
Mm-hmm.
and not rush it too much, even when they have a pretty strong build. Confused, almost dying again to some jellyfish there, though.
Red team did find the capacitor that I imagine blue team just didn't find because they have an elephant right now, unless that was a choice. I can see that being a choice for Ruddy if you're trying to get the value from headset, but I don't know. It is a small thing in their favor.
Yeah. Tyler moving on to the moon now, though. And I mean, Tyler might have the weakest build here, but if he's at the moon 2 minutes ahead of everybody else, it might not matter.
It's
Could be a
true.
pretty quick fight.
It's arty as well, so you have to remember Mithrix only has 2/3 of his health.
Yeah. One issue here is they don't have any speed. I don't think anybody has a single speed item. And while Mithrix isn't that difficult, phase 2 can be pretty
Mm-hmm.
scary when you don't have speed. If you get caught by some needles from one of the flying wisps,
That's where safer
you
spaces
can,
really helps.
yeah.
Just that added bit of safety.
But it is going to take Tyler a long time to get up to the Serena. I mean, probably another 2 minutes of running down this hall and then pressing his R key over and over.
One thing I learned from doing gauntlet speedruns back when that was a really popular category, I grinded arty for a very long time, and I found that like 9 times out of 10, you were better off going for the speed item instead of the damage.
Hmm.
It just helps you a lot in the end game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a mistake a lot of newer racers make is they kind of overvalue damage versus speed.
Mm-hmm.
Something I've heard Zinc say a million times when talking to him about kind of his theory of Gauntlet is that a speed item makes your run that much percent faster.
Mm.
And so a hoof is gonna, I don't remember the percent. I think a hoof is like 14% speed or whatever. But he's like, a hoof makes you run 14% faster. And while that's not 100% true, it might be. And sometimes it's even more than that, because sometimes that means you go find the damage item faster. Sometimes it means your skip is faster. Sometimes it means you can stay inside the teleporter and not have to run away because you're able to dodge
Mm-hmm.
enemies. So
Oh,
speed is very valuable.
it increases your scouting potential as well. You're able to see more of the map in the same amount of time. Just getting
Yeah.
from point A to point B. That's a lot of what this game is.
Yeah.
Especially the moon here. You can see Tyler is still doing the skip.
Yeah,
Already on the
Confused
moon now
actually
as
did
well.
pick up a man, I'm so bad at remember the name of items. He's found that speed item that spawns the little orbs, then you pick up the orb and run
Antler.
faster. Antlers. He found an antlers. So that's actually gonna help his time here a lot. Unfortunately can't pick up the orbs in the air, so
Yeah.
skip will still take some time. Ruddy will actually have a very fast skip because he's able to just headset all the way up to the arena.
That's
It
true.
is some tight timing, but should be able to do it.
Yeah, he's probably going to get there. Well, Tyler is going to get there first, but I think Reddy's going to have a
Yeah.
faster fight.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, we'll see just how much damage that headset's doing.
The Murph really helps in phase 2 as well. The lunar golems are very susceptible to it.
Tyler's starting his fight right now, though.
Oh, Dan getting a
freeze.
A band last minute here.
Oh. But yeah, and he never did find that fire band on. Oh, he did find it on stage 1, but it turned into a ETG.
Looks like
Tyler's decision making here was interesting. That he opted not to print more ATGs. I think because he wanted to keep that band.
Interesting.
Just some nice damage.
Reddy is the only one right now without a fire band, so probably no phase 4 skip. Did mess up the host skip there a little bit.
Yeah, it is a little tricky. You have to hit spacebar like a couple frames after you hit the box, and there we go. He was able to get it. If you have headset on Artie, you cannot just hold down space, of course, because you'll float.
Right.
So it's a little bit tricky. Tyler doing a good job here, though, making sure that Mithrix doesn't jump back to the middle of the arena. For those that haven't seen this fight with Artie, the key to the whole fight is every time the Mithrix is about to jump to the middle, you want to use one of your ice abilities to freeze him, and it restarts his cycle. And if you do it correctly, then he'll never jump back to the middle of the arena. And you won't have to deal with pizza. You won't have to wait for him to fall down. Can be a little tricky to keep the timing right, though.
It can be. Backup mags help a lot for this.
Yeah.
Like even a singular backup mag makes that way more consistent.
And just having Ice Spear, really. It's doable with just the wall, but it's really tricky. You have to be really disciplined. Tyler's on to phase 2 now. I think this is a scary part of the fight. It's easy to make one small mistake and get punished pretty hard for it, but I like what Tyler's doing, just sitting on top of the ramps.
Ready onto phase 2 now as well.
Oh, wow, he's catching up quick. And Ruddy will be able to stop these wisps for phase 2. Get some extra damage. Here you go.
Oh, there we go.
Stop. Rocky
Nice.
and ATG.
Yeah. That's really good.
And Dan just looks bored.
I know.
Skip.
I've been there. Wonder if he's gonna go for the.
I think
No,
based on
he
his
can't do
position,
it.
he'll do the host skip where he falls into the headset spot, gets a little bit of extra height.
Maybe. Yeah, it looks like he is going for it.
There he goes. Is he far enough forward?
A little early, I would say, but I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite at the right spot, and that costs you a lot of time. I think luckily for Dan, he's kind of just sitting pretty in third place here. I think he'll be able to finish within 5 minutes of Confused, who has that +5. Really close between Ruddy and Tyler, though. Both starting phase 3 at the exactly same time.
Is he not going for the... He's going to soup? Maybe he's just going to that spot.
Moment, man. This is quite the Ray Dance moment. Why are you going to soup, man? You just gotta go kill Mithrix.
I think maybe he just trusts that spot a little bit more for host skipping. So he figures like if he's in the air, he might as well make his way over.
Yeah, I guess he's thinking he has to press R a bunch of times. He might as well check what soup there is.
And this is actually pretty close between Ruddy and Tyler right now.
Yeah, Tyler taking a little bit of damage, but scary for him. He should be able to close this out, though. I think Ruddy does have about a 7-second advantage on real time, just starting the race a little bit ahead of.
Missing the ice wall there.
Oh, and that's a big deal. Every ice wall you miss to stop Mithrix is going to cost you about 8 seconds, and then you have to deal with pizza.
I know. And again, Ruddy can't phase 4 skip here. I don't believe, unless he does something with one of his skills. I think you can with Ice Spear, but it's pretty tricky timing.
They're neck and neck though, and Tyler is at the range where he can skip here, so I think he's gonna wait. Oh, he did just use his ban though. He should be able to freeze Mithrix with the wall though. Okay, freeze him in position.
Okay,
Oh, he
Ruddy
gets
is
the skip.
done.
Did he just get the ice spear skip? I think he did.
Ruddy?
I think what happened. I didn't see a band at all.
Oh.
But I think what happened is Mithrix ran into the wall.
Oh,
The Beetle Guard hit Mithrix, triggering the execute, and then the Ice Spear actually skipped phase 4. So yeah,
interesting.
great stuff from Tyler. That was a really cool skip. I don't know
We'll
if I've
see.
seen
I
somebody
don't
skip
know.
phase 4 with the Ice Spear before.
I think this
And
might be it for Tyler.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. This is going to be a really close finish.
Well, Ruddy still has to do phase 4.
Ruddy?
Tyler's just out of here. I think he's got it. Oh wait. It will be a little bit close, actually.
They're both headed to ship right now. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler getting slowed down a little bit.
Oh, that might actually make the difference here.
And Ruddy has
eating one pizza.
Has a real-time advantage here. And they're like about in the same spot. Ruddy's in the air, but confused there as well, but he does have that +5. They're all like in the exact same spot. That's crazy.
Oh, what a bummer. Tyler just eating that pizza slice there. I think lost him first place this run.
We'll see how close it was. But yeah, I do think this is probably going to be it for Ruddy. Oh yeah, taking another one.
Oh, eating another one. Yeah, Tyler also opened up a lockbox. And in opening that lockbox, changing his path a little bit, he ate that pizza at first. So just a little bit of greed from Tyler. Might have cost him the first place here.
Dang.
So we are looking at raid ends here. It looks like Ruddy's going to take first. I think Tyler will take second. Can raid ends finish before about 35 minutes? That's what he's going to need to do. I think as long as he has a clean phase 3, he should be fine.
Yeah, and he has that Dios as well, so I would like to see him play a little bit more risky. He's already broken his watches, so no risk of losing that.
Yeah, just needs to get some good ATGs, which, as I speak it comes. Great ATG killing that golem. Oh, and another ATG there. This could be some big damage. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the ATGs are pretty good. That might have been the play over the headset. Oh, Dan is scaring me here, though. I'm worried he's not going to... Okay. He does stop Mithrix.
I think he'll be okay here. I don't imagine this taking longer than 5 minutes for Dan.
Yeah, and with that Dios, he should be fine. Looks like we can pull in red team.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hey guys.
Hello. Hey Goji.
So it's looking like you're gonna be second and fourth place. Tyler, you were so close to first, man.
It quite possibly came down to you taking like those perfected hits or the pizza slices on the way to the ship, slowed you down a little bit, and Ruddy was right there.
Yeah, I think it was that, and then you just taking a little bit extra time to find the portal leaving the arena.
Yeah.
But you were definitely ahead of Ruddy.
Ruddy beat you by 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Man.
But a really solid run. The one thing you guys both missed that was a little crazy is in the first blue portal there was a headset.
Oh my god, what did I tell you confused?
He literally said that, like, he said the exact words.
So, I mean, as you guys know, Ruddy likes to check the blue portals, and what was interesting is he hit the blue portal after stage 2, So he got to stage 3 and he couldn't print any ATGs really because he had printed everything into a headset. And we were kind of discussing throughout the run. We don't know if 1 headset or 5 ATGs was actually stronger there. It was pretty close.
Yeah, I'd probably say ATGs. I don't know.
Yeah,
They
Raydan's
work on
opted not
everything.
to take the headset. He's going back to the ship right now. It looks like confused he'll beat you by about 1 minute, just because of that +5.
You guys did find the capacitor though. Both of them had
Yeah.
a jade elephant the whole time. They also found a Murph printer on stage 3.
Oh yeah, up at the top, kind of right
Oh,
above where
there.
teleporter was on that next layer.
Which was
We
kind
were
of
busy
pog.
printing ATGs and getting the
Yeah.
capacitor.
Yeah, they looted that stage a good bit more. They also found a sail star on stage 3, and they opened a large chest and there was a sonorous in it. So they got some
Helped a little bit. Gave him
value from that.
an extra AP round.
Yeah.
Was there any speed or?
No, you were the only
Not
one
really.
that found a speed item.
There was
Nobody
a
else
safer
even-
spaces on the stage 2.
Yeah. I think, was that like behind where you spawned, I think?
Yeah, it was kind of out of the way. It was like, you know where Nukahana's unlock is?
Yeah, I know
It's
where
like
it was. That
like
was
that area.
so far away.
Oh, okay.
That's minus like a minute and a half if you get that. I don't know.
Yeah, it helps to skip a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, Raydan's tried to do the headset spot with the spaces and then missed the spot and had to restart his skip completely. So it did lose him good amount of time there. But didn't make a big difference, I think. Either way, he was getting 3rd place here.
If I don't have
Yeah,
a +5, it's a 2-second difference. Actually, what the?
Yeah. Yeah, very tough. Yeah, I'm blanking on the name of that boss. The Grove Tenders can be a little bit tricky when you don't have speed.
Mm-hmm. I think the safer spaces helped blue team a lot in that fight as well. Ruddy also had a headset by that point, I think.
I'm gonna pull them in here. Hey guys.
Blue.
Hey.
So you guys got 1st and 3rd place.
Hell. That
Ruddy,
been a 25-minute run if we had a vase or any speed. There was 7 to 8 minutes of just hovering time in that whole run.
yeah, there was no speed the whole run. That was
insane.
I got 1 mocha and it was glorious.
Yeah.
So jealous.
Man, maybe the mocha was the difference between me and Ruddy at the end.
It was.
Like,
That
honestly,
is, like,
dude.
definitely.
Like,
I mean, I got to stage 5 and that's the same time to get it. So
Yeah, I took the antlers instead. I guess that's probably wrong.
I wish I did. Did the like? I finished that ship charge with 24 seconds left. Like after I beelined it there.
I
It was
told you the
crazy.
exact position of the portal to exit.
Yes, the portal's
Still
faster
missed
than
it.
me, dude.
Yeah.
Faster.
It was a really cool ending because Ruddy, Tyler, and Confused were like taking the exact same path to the ship and we're like in the exact same position.
Yeah. I need to run to the loo real quick. So maybe.
By the way, I think the cast is like a minute behind on some streams.
That was it.
Yeah.
Oh.
we can hit a refresh on that.
Yeah.
Ruddy, you were the only one to get that headset that run, which was it presented quite the decision. I think for Dan there of what's stronger, 5 ATGs or a headset.
Yeah, I was mad when I saw the ATG print next stage, but it worked out.
Yeah. I think especially on the skip there, can save a lot of time being able to get
true.
arena faster, just with
Very
no
true.
speed. Cabbage just joined the call for a minute.
What?
Maybe a little slip up from him.
You think it was a slip up?
Surely,
It's completely
Cabbage just made an
purposeful.
honest
It's
mistake.
mind
He
games,
didn't
dude.
mean to join this call. He would never do that.
That's cabbage.
Yeah, ready. How'd the run feel for you guys?
It's pretty chill.
Slow.
I mean, so much damage.
Slow. Did you guys go the headset at all?
No.
No.
Nope.
No. I mean,
Ready.
I didn't know if it was the right play or not. Roddy got the headset. Then I found the ATG printer, and he ended up with 3 ATGs anyway. I had a band. It was sort of chopped and changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ATG printer was the big X factor that run. We saw everybody make slightly different decisions with it. Tyler opted to only print one ATG. I think trying to keep the band. Confused
Yeah,
printed.
Interesting.
I
four.
plus
I think
5, so I just like told what the order was for the printer to Taylor.
Oh, okay. That's
Fair.
Because I wanted to keep
That's
band,
fair.
like I would have, but
I feel like I should have taken the
Yeah.
blast shower instead of the capacitor to get the big
Oh,
ATG
man.
damage.
I really wanted that blast shower, dude, but it was like with that speed, that was like a 5-minute trip to go back for it from the TP. Like I wanted it so bad. It's brutal.
We were
I
wondering
was
about
eyeing it up the whole time.
the Jelliphant play. Roddy, you were the only one that didn't have a fireband going into Mithrix.
Yeah. That was sad.
And then I think Dan found it like right after you left.
Yeah, I called it out to Dan at least. So
Yeah,
I also
it was
went
a
one-
spiritual fire band for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they led me in the right direction.
Tyler,
That's
your
fine.
phase 4 skip. Did you skip with the ice spear?
I didn't phase 4 skip.
Oh,
I attempted to, but my ATG
Oh.
my ATG proc bands on I think like an exploder or something. Maybe hit
okay.
me
I
with
really
explosion.
Yeah,
hyped you up for nothing.
When you
there.
were saying that, I'm like, did they phase 4 skip? I'm like, they must be right. So
I guess
went with
I was
it.
tripping.
Goji's
I said you did the
refreshed.
craziest thing. I was like, "Oh, Mithrix ran into the ice wall, and then the beetle triggered the execute, and then you ice speared where Mithrix was, and it got a phase 4 skip."
I didn't want to. After you said that, I didn't want to be like, you're wrong. It's like, okay.
I want what Goji said to happen. That sounds sick. I wish I saw
In
that.
my head canon, it was so sick, man. Like,
Funny we got to
I
see
should have
it.
just said yes.
Yeah.
well,
Like, hell yeah,
anyways,
man. That was the best skip of my career.
let's get on to this commando.
Yeah, how you guys feel about this
commando.
loadout?
I'm excited.
roll.
You know what?
it's all right.
We have the grenade, which is great, and we've got
Yeah.
bands coming, and
You
everyone's
got-
gonna roll pots, right?
Sulfur pools into Siren's
I'm
Call. That's fun.
Oh, that's gross. I mean, it's gonna be great. I can't wait for my sub 20.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, everyone.
Good
Bye-bye.
luck.
Good luck.
All right. What a first loadout.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun one. That was close.
Yeah, really close. Right now we got 2 points for red team, 4 points for blue. And that could all change very quickly. Could all tie up very quickly. We'll see here.
It could. We've seen this
I think one
happen
thing-
many times.
Yeah. One thing we kind of missed that happened that run that I think is worth mentioning is the kind of macro play that Confused made there. Recognizing he had the +5, he printed all into the ATG printer to check when the band would be lost. For those that don't know, printers are seated. So what we'll often see in team races is if they have an item they really want to keep, one person will print until they lose that item. That way the other person will know, okay, I can print 3 hoofs and then I'm going to lose my watch or whatever item it is. And so it was some smart team play we saw there. And that's, I think, why Tyler decided to not print too many ATGs.
That is smart. You know what was smarter? Bortle.
What was smarter? Bortle, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised people don't use it more, honestly.
It's good like 1 out of every 10 runs, it feels like.
But in team races, it's like, even if you go there and you don't get anything out of it, like here, for instance, like Ruddy could go, there's a drone man or something in there. Even if you can't get it, he can communicate that to Dan. and then they can plan for when they want to have Dan grab it.
True. Ready picking up a shuriken here, which is a wonderful commando item. Giving him some nice damage. It's
Man,
like Tyler found it as well.
that is a really good one. Allows you to actually proc bans. You can do it with grenade, but as the run goes on, that can kind of become difficult, especially on Mithrix.
Another ban proc as well. Ready picking up the volcanic egg, which is really nice mobility to have when you're on this loadout and you don't have the slide.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a get out of jail free card if you're really stuck.
A secondary mobility skill. That's usually how I think of egg.
Yeah. I'm a little, well, I was going to say I'm a little bit worried about Halcyon here. Could be tricky. I'm worried for Tyler here because he's got all 3 of these golems. While dealing
Halcyon
with Halcyon.
is a bastard.
Well said.
He contributes to so many stupid +5s. The amount of times he has pushed me off the map at this point and killed me to fall damage, it's probably in the double digits now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be tough for Tyler. Where did Halcyon just go?
And especially
Did he
on
just die?
on survivors like Mander and Huntress, where you kind of struggle with DPS early on. I usually like looting up a little bit before going to that fight, even if you're doing the first level. Having no items and going in there can be pretty difficult, even still.
It's just tough because it kind of snowballs if you get more items before fighting it, where you take more time to get more items, and then you just spend so much time on stage 1. And if you're confident that you can kill it without items, even on a loadout like this, you can save a lot early on in your run. Confused actually finding a band. I really like
Ooh.
confused items. He has 2 hoofs,
Yeah,
a pennies, shurikens, and a band.
all of the
And
categories.
actually, there's going to be a second shuriken as well that Tyler found.
Very balanced. Get some economy, some movement speed, and some damage in there as well.
Yeah. Ready printing up these hoofs.
Confused finding another one.
Another hoof, I see.
Where was
I'm
that
grabbing
second
that crit as
shuriken?
well. I don't know. Maybe it was in like the damage chest. Unless the first one was... Oh, I just saw it in a small chest. So yeah, it looks like it's in a small chest back where Tyler is walking by right now. And they're both looting up a good bit here, which is just smart. Taking advantage of the money they have, taking advantage of the movement speed they have. And that's the really important part about speed as well, is sometimes even if you have a lot of money, it's like not worth the time to run across the stage and go get more items. But if you're moving twice as fast, it's going to save you a lot of time when it comes to looting. So it's looking like a pretty cushy run right now.
Some razor wire for Ruddy there.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. It's at this stage of the run, it can be kind of a net negative if you're like trying to farm pennies off a wisp or something.
Yeah. It looks like Confused has opted for no pennies, just taking the 6 hoofs and getting on his merry way. Looking out for these pot rolling spots. Doesn't find the gob pot, so he's just going straight to teleporter. But actually going straight for this void seed could be juicy.
Everyone's printing up speed, it looks like.
Yeah. I mean, I think just on a loadout like this where you don't have a strong mobility option, speed's kind of the name of the game.
There's also like, have you noticed roll is kind of weird now with Seekers? Like you can like get extra height with it. Like it kind of stutters a little bit. It's weird.
I haven't noticed, but I'll be honest, I don't play this game.
That's fair.
So I mostly just watch it these days. Yeah, honestly, I've probably put 20 hours into Seekers.
Without KCC, you can gain height. Gotcha. Okay. So I guess that won't
Okay,
happen. So without
Yeah,
KCC, it's less stable. All right. All right, Seekers.
It's a wicked mistress. Seekers of the Storm is.
It is.
Did Reddy just roll a pot? I see Dan trying to roll one right
Yeah.
now. Which I don't hate if he can get it.
Yeah, if you can get it here. Oh, and
Oh,
it blew
and
up.
it's gone. Yeah, that Will-o'-the-Wisp is not friendly when you're trying to roll pots.
KCC is a mod we have on that kind of reverts the physics to how they were pre-Seekers of the Storm. So Seekers updated like something in Unity. I honestly don't know the technicals of it, but as a consequence, certain like techs became not possible now, outlawed, if you will. So like Merc booping, I don't think you can do anymore. Pot rolling is weird as fuck now, and probably the most important one for the races is host skipping.
Yeah, so there's a lot of changes that came with it. Some impact tech, some just impact kind of the feel of the game, and Tyler's having a rough feel right now with a +5. What a bummer.
I didn't see what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Great.
Somebody said a beetle sundered him.
A beetle?
So it looks like a probably a beetle guard.
Yeah,
it was a beetle guard.
I think if it was a beetle, you'd have to retire from this game.
Yeah. But yeah, to expand on KCC, we're playing with it for two reasons. One, because it just gets rid of some bugs that are in the game, and then two, it adds back some tech into the game that
and
makes
three,
it a little bit more competitively interesting.
Nobody will race without it.
Yeah. An extension of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So there's a chance we get rid of it in the future.
Okay.
For those that don't know, all the racers, we all vote on changes like this to the races, and it's a pretty democratic process where everybody competing has a say in what the rules will be. So for the time being, we're playing with KCC.
How long that will last, I don't know, because it's like 5 years from now, are we still going to be using KCC? Like I don't know. Ideally, we can get
I don't know what will be happening
Gearbox
in
to
5 years, man.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. We might be doing Risk of Rain 3 races in 5 years. Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, probably not. But picking up a key out of this void seed. Oh, there's actually 4 void cradles in this seed. And here's the issue. They have no healing. So this is quite the gamble. They're just kind of picking a cradle and hoping it's a good one, because they're not going to be able to open all of these.
Ooh, that's a poly loot for Confused.
Okay. Yeah, grabbing it out of that key box. And so now I think Tyler is asking him, okay, which one has the key in it? Because I want to make sure I get that poly loot next stage.
Mm-hmm.
So nice communication there.
Everyone has a skip now. Fuel cell with egg. We'll get it done.
Oh, yeah. Not the fastest skip, but a skip nonetheless.
No, but it is like, it's just genuinely a good, having 2 eggs in your back pocket helps your survivability so much, just in general.
Yeah. And Confused damage is looking really good, actually. A little bit of a sketchy spot with this Clay Templar. But making short work of kind of all these enemies right now. And you know what's really helping Confused right now? You know what item everybody sleeps on? Is War Banner. War Banner is so good. Like, it just... If you actually play around it existing, it means every teleporter you have like 3 hoofs and like 2 syringes, and you can like pretty consistently play around it. And in the Mythics arena, you can play around it. I think it's really good, man.
It is good. I would say it depends on the survivor, but like this is one where it's really good on.
Yeah, that's true. I think what we'll see is during the Mythics fight, it will actually make a pretty big difference if people make sure that when they level up in a position where they can use the war banner during pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and then make sure whenever they're dodging those pizzas, they can get that extra attack speed. Finding a feather out of the TP here is huge, though. That's about all the mobility you'll ever need. I'm looking at Dan's items here, and they're a little worrisome.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a lot less than everybody else. I think kind of his efficiency in looting is showing that doesn't quite have the experience that these other racers have.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide who has the best build right now. We'll see if... Well, I guess Dan doesn't even... Did he not go for any of the voids?
Yeah, I don't think so.
And Ruddy getting a key here, corrupting his
Oh.
existing one. So he probably is
That's
going to
huge.
open the poly this stage, and he'll have another one next stage, which is really fucking good.
Yeah, that can make a big difference here. The way I see it, I think Confused has the best build by far right now. Having extra speed, having the poly loot, picking up a watch there.
Yeah. If you just compare Confused and Dan, Confused has like twice as many items, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, and Confused is a racer that's been improving very quickly. I mean, I don't know exactly when it was that he joined the races, but I think he's somebody that's very comparable to the Cabbages, the Zinks, those upper echelon players. And he
I
doesn't
agree.
quite have the experience that they have yet.
But I think they'll get there.
But yeah, his play style is right on.
There's an ice band on
Oh, interesting.
stage 3. Tyler found.
Yeah, that'll be pretty nice with those 2 shurikens.
You can also maybe go for an AWU skip here on Sirens. It's decently consistent with Egg. I don't know how many people are practicing AWU skipping nowadays, but
Yeah, they also have shurikens as well. So there's a couple ways to do it here. I was actually talking to Confused about AWU skipping in a call yesterday or the day before. And I think they were saying they don't know too many setups for it, if I recall correctly. We were just, talking about like what tech is most important to learn and least important to learn. And AWU skipping is nice, but the return on investment for your practice is pretty low. It's really cool if you can do it, but it's often inconsistent. And even when you do get it, a lot of red items aren't great.
yeah.
Finding a wings here on stage 4, though, I think they'll probably take that over the egg. It's going to be a much faster skip.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're not picking it up. I mean, what do you take there?
That's a good question. I really like the egg here. They do have a feather though. I feel like with the feather, I would take the wings.
Yeah, I'm taking wings every day of the week. I think with the amount of speed you have, it's going to make your
That's
flight
true.
up to the Mythics Arena so quick. I mean, if you have 6 hoofs and a red whip, you can probably just hit wings the second you spawn onto the moon. And with 2 charges, get all the way up to the arena.
Yeah, I hadn't considered the speed scaling there. Okay, Dan getting a little bit more here. Gas ignition tank, pretty good. Finding the ice band as well.
Yeah.
I do want to see blue team start to pick up the pace here.
Yeah, I mean, Ruddy has a lot of items and a strong build, but if he wants to come back, he needs to kind of go teleporter to teleporter these next couple stages. I mean, Confused might be on stage 5 before Ruddy's even on stage 4. And I think that is going to be the case.
I think that's very likely. Dan on to stage 4 though.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what Ruddy is looking for here. I mean, he's really looting and really spending all of his time and money. And, like, yeah, he does find a watch here. He is going to get a couple more items, but
I think probably
he's
just
leaving
trying
stage
to
3 at
spend what he
17
has.
minutes.
Like it
Yeah.
feels really bad leaving a stage with a whole bunch of money in your pocket. But Confused is on stage 5 and is dealing quite a
Yeah,
bit
I
of
think
damage.
really good damage. I think what Ruddy's falling for is this trap where once you get a lot of speed, you say, okay, I can go loot the whole stage really quickly. I can go buy every single
Right.
item. But if you already have strong items, you don't need to spend time looting. You just need to get to Mithrix, fight against that scaling. Because at this point, once Ruddy does get to Mithrix, Mithrix is going to have more HP. And he does know that he has another key, so there's a chance he gets like a plimp or maybe some needle tick.
Mm-hmm. That time is probably better spent elsewhere. And Confused is just going for it. Like they know they have the damage.
This is a scary teleporter
This
event,
is
though.
kind of scary.
Those children are just terrifying.
This is probably.
If there's one, yeah.
Go ahead.
If there's one complaint I hear from all the racers when I'm with everybody scrimming, it's children. Oh, and that.
Breaking a watch.
But I think children are the most aggravating enemy
They
in this
are.
game for everybody right now. Like
They
just
really
deal
make you back
so much
off.
damage, and you can't kill them in one big burst. They like
I
teleport
know.
away.
And they teleport away as soon as you shoot them. It's so fucking annoying.
Okay, Confused dealt with that last gilded parent. And really, I think this stage 5 is probably going to be harder than Mithrix is. So as long as Confused can get through this and just get to that Mithrix arena, he's in a great spot. Oh, Tyler might +5
Oh.
here. The Gloop saving
the
his
Gloop
life.
saved him, getting some brooch from that. Very
a
nice.
lot of brooch, actually.
Yeah, just one brooch. Saved his life there.
Blue team still on stage 4, though. Slowly dealing with these vagrants.
You can see the difference in
And this is what it
playstyle
was-
here. Like, you can see how much Dan is spending time outside of the teleporter versus Confused during
Yeah.
that parent fight was trying to stay in there at all costs. Like, wouldn't even use the wings until they were desperate.
Yeah, and I think that's what benefits Confused in his playstyle a lot. It's something you hear Cabbage say a lot. Like, whenever Cabbage is watching somebody play the game, you constantly hear him say, man, why are you leaving the teleporter? Why are you leaving the teleporter? And it can feel like just a second here, a second there, but it really adds up.
Mm-hmm.
And when you try to spend every second you can charging and not wasting any time, you can go really quick.
It's one of those things that I think when you play for consistency and you full loot for so long, it's just something you kind of do on autopilot. Because when you're full looting, the teleporter is more of a suggestion than anything.
Yeah.
But in races, it's so important to stay in it. And that's something that like Dan would really have to reprogram his brain to do. And it's hard.
Yeah.
You have like 5,000 hours doing one thing in the game, and then suddenly you're playing it a completely different way. In some ways, I think it's actually easier to start from the ground up and have no experience going in.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's something I found with racing is I probably had like 600 hours in the game before I started doing Gauntlet, and I just never had the full looting play style. Definitely helps. All right, Confused starting this fight, and he's on amazing pace. I mean, could maybe even be sub 25 here. And for blue team, they don't even know how far behind they are. There's a chance that Tyler could still get second place,
I
even
think
with
there
this
is.
+5.
Oh, Dan Breaking watch,
Especially
and
if
that's
Dan takes a +5 here.
yeah.
That's tough.
I mean, blue team is in the lead, but
Yeah, so
I
it's going
think-
to come down to Ruddy here. He's going to need to get through this stage quick enough to catch up with Tylor and just be able to finish 5 minutes ahead of him.
he hasn't found his key yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And there's a Shrine of Shaping here, which kind of sucks for Dan finding that
Yeah.
immediately after plus
That-
fiving.
That's the worst feeling, man. Finding the Shrine of Shaping, finding the Dios right after you die. Brutal. For Tyler, though, he needs to make sure he doesn't +5 here. Having a clean fight is imperative to getting more points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm actually a little bit scared for Ruddy. He's got to deal with this worm while doing the teleporter. And I think with the extra scaling, it's going to be harder than it was for red team. Doing a good job of staying in the teleporter, though.
Dan picking up a war banner, your favorite item.
Best item in the game, man. It's second best. It's right behind Repulsion Armor Plate.
True.
Oh, Ruddy's really scaring me. Breaking his watches, eating a hit from the worm.
Does have the extra life though. You have to remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that probably explains why he was playing so aggressively.
Mm-hmm. But it does suck to break the watch there. It's probably better if that doesn't
Yeah.
happen. But like it and there goes Dan again. That was the Shrine of Shaping though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was the Shrine of Shaping death for Ruddy, eating a child. Shot. Getting hit by a child. Infused on to phase 3 now, though. He's looking good, but his health bar is getting pretty low. Having to rely on these wings to dodge Mithrix. And what did I say? Taking advantage of this war banner, getting that extra attack speed,
Huge.
putting it in a position where you can use it during the pizza.
A little bit hard to use with wings at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why you stack war banners to get the bigger radius, right?
Exactly. Best item to stack. And I like what Confused is doing here. Taking his time, dealing with the exploders, dealing with the ads. Making sure that he doesn't take a +5 here. Especially after last run. Knowing how he would had so many more points on the board without that +5.
I think they are going to get some points on the board here for sure. Let's see what's in Ruddy's key. Interesting.
Ooh, what does he take here? Takes the spaces.
Okay.
So
And he can find another one on the moon too.
that's true. The question is, can he catch up to Tylor?
I think safer spaces is the smart play, but like knowing what we know, I kind of wanted to see him greed there.
Yeah, that's how I felt as well. Okay, and Confused, making it to phase 4. He was looking for a shuriken skip, but didn't quite get it. So for Ruddy, this is really big. He's got to get up to Mithrix and have a fast fight.
Yeah.
Raydans is unfortunately looking at 4th place here.
It's key
Think something's gonna
anywhere
have to change for that
you
not
can
to happen.
quickly grab. There's like a plasma shrimp or something in there. That'd be huge. But
Yeah, that would definitely be the difference maker here.
going for a
And Ruddy,
host skip.
smart play. Getting
Dan
the extra
is
height, and then he wings
scrapping.
on up.
Okay.
Dan's living his best life down there.
I think Dan probably just doesn't feel very confident right now.
Yeah, I mean it's been a while since he's raced. He's an Elden Ring streamer, you know.
True. But like after taking like 2 deaths this stage, even if one of them was Shrine of Shaping, you're kind of looking to shake up your build a little bit.
Yeah. And so, if Reddy can catch up to Tyler here, then it will be a tied game, I believe. But
It's going to be
we see
difficult.
first and second place from the red team here. They're gonna jump into the lead.
I think even with the +5, like I don't know if Reddy has the damage to get this done in time.
Yeah, I mean he's chipping away at Mithrix. I think he's gonna have to play really aggressively in this fight, and he does have the feather. He does have the spaces. He should be able to get the most damage possible.
Does he have Focus
But
Crystal
really
or
close.
War Banner or anything he can? He could be getting Warhorn from Wings here. Yeah, there you go.
Confused finishing with a 27-12.
That's really
Tyler
good.
finishing with a 32-26.
Even with the
Couple of them
+5,
in
like
here.
that's a very respectable time.
Yeah, really good. Hey guys. Man, I can't lie. I almost just dropped you into the other team's voice channel.
That'd be funny.
So we did good.
Um,
is
You
what
did
I'm just
good.
heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Confused, great run. You got first. Tyler,
Nice.
you might still get second.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So Dan's very slow. He's getting fourth. But Ruddy is finishing up phase 1 right now. Finished up phase 1 at 28-25. So if he can catch up to you, he'll take second. But he's going to have to play a pretty clean fight here. It's going to be close. But yeah, how'd the run
And-
feel? How was it?
It was pretty
Easy,
fun.
except no healing. I printed a fucking monster tooth. Like, I was desperate.
Yeah, there really wasn't much. There's a couple drones,
Yeah.
but beyond that,
No one will ever
two
know what was in
fungus?
those Void Cradle stage 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone got
The
to.
Chubungus honestly like carried so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Did
saw
you
charging
see
those up.
my stick ATG on Mithrix as he spawned in? Or not ATG, sorry, my grenade.
I didn't.
That was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
Just snipe him. Cooler than skipping phase 4 with
Yeah.
Ice Spear with the beetle.
I don't know. That phase 4 skip was
That
pretty
was
cool,
pretty
though.
sick, man.
And you might have to retire after that.
Yeah. Yeah, Confused. You had a close call on stage 5 there as well.
Yeah.
But really, really clean playing. I think this was some of your best showing here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just looted a lot faster than blue team. Like Dan had probably half the items going into stage 4.
Yeah, well, we just wanted to get speed and then loot like quickly, right? You just if it's a stage 1 speed burner, you just full loot the stage. I think is usually the play.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
actually
think
not
your
sure.
game plan was really effective with that. What we saw with Ruddy is he did the same thing, but instead of going really fast on the stages after that, he just looted a lot. And so Ruddy actually has a lot more items than you guys, but he didn't really find much more impactful items. He kind of just found a lot of junk, and it didn't really help him speed up later on in the run.
What was your time, Tyler? 32.
32-26.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
he
gonna
has
be
to make it to
close
drop
here.
ship in 40 seconds.
Yeah, if he gets a phase 4 skip, it's pretty possible. But I don't know if he's going to be able to. Ooh, I don't know. The ban timing's actually...
No.
Oh, he misses it. And that might do it for Ruddy.
Yeah, I think
that's
it will.
I think.
Because charging takes a minute.
He could have tried going for the shuriken skip, but
Yeah, I think he turned around and tried, but didn't have any shurikens up.
yeah.
But yeah, good run from Ruddy, but not quite enough I think just going a little bit too slow, playing a little bit too greedy on those middle stages, doing that extra looting. And we'll let Reddy get to the ship, and then we can pull them out.
Really good job though.
Yeah.
Looting with commando's fun.
You gained
Yeah.
5 points.
Surely it's the commando, not the 7 hoops.
And you guys
I'm
are
seeing a broken watch on Raymond Daniels.
in the
What
lead now.
the frick?
And we'll let Reddy charge so he gets his point, and then don't need to make Dan play this fight. But yeah, Dan had an unfortunate +5 on stage 5, and then I think because of that slowed down a good bit.
Is that another Sonorous?
Yeah, what the hell? I was just noticing that.
Where'd they get that?
Where do you keep finding them? Roddy didn't have it.
Yeah.
It gave a focus crystal as well. That's insane.
I think a lot of it came down to the voids. Like Dan didn't get any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That early poly loot was really nice. And Roddy actually got a key before he opened it. And there was another poly loot later on. But he went for the spaces instead.
All right, Reddy's all done. I'll pull them both in.
Uh-oh.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Dan, you can concede unless you would like to,
More gumption,
to
please.
play this out.
About it.
So
again.
solid run, guys. Confused
Why
and,
is it
and
just so fucking
Tyler
sad?
just just sped. It was pretty close already between you and Tyler for that second or third place. But Confused finished with 27, and Tyler had a 27 real time, 27-26, both 1+5.
Dang.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
slow from the get-go.
Yeah, the items were pretty similar. Reddy, you just looted a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
did.
really looted on those middle stages. I mean, I think stage 3 is where there was the real big difference, where you guys got there at similar times, but you spent a lot more time looting there, where they just kind of kept going.
And there was just like, I think the scaling played a pretty big role too. Because like when Confused went to stage 5, had a pretty easy time dealing with that initial imp overlord. And Dan, I noticed you struggled with that guy a little
I dodged
bit.
that, man. I dodged it. I disagree. I dodged that. I got blasted. I swear I got lag or some shit, dude.
Sucks to have that
American
happen.
server.
And then immediately find the Shrine of Shaping.
Yeah, I already got it out after I was dead. Hey, shit. Anyway, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry. I mean, it's still anyone's game though. Red team is 2 points in the lead now, but it's 7-5. You guys can easily
I
come
got me
back.
the captain world record holder on my team, baby, and I'm here as well, so I'll do something.
Yeah, I mean, this is a volatile loadout. Anything happens with Diablo Captain. Really,
Mission
nobody
the
would
swans.
mess up their timing on the Diablos, right?
Yeah.
Last time I said I won't, I did.
Pull up
so.
Cap's video right now.
Right.
Yeah.
No, please.
Do we need to have a
Pause
little
right
lesson real
intermission.
quick?
Hello,
right,
talk with
Captain.
him. I'll make sure he knows.
It's a great loadout, actually.
Yeah.
Bloody awesome loadout. It's
It's
fantastic.
Yeah,
probably my
this
preferred
is
Shame
loadout.
we got
the
hacking beacon and
perfect
fucking
one.
sirens, but apart from that,
You
waste of
guys ready to
time.
get going?
I'm ready. Good luck,
All
fellas.
right.
Bye bye.
Best of luck, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
All right, man. Loadout number 3, Diablo Captain. Do you like Diablo Captain?
I love Diablo Captain. Specifically Diablo Captain. If it's the orbitals that's at pass, I don't want anything to do with that, but Diablo is fun as fuck.
I disagree.
Really?
I hate playing this loadout maybe more than any loadout in the game. It just feels like if you mess up one of your Diablo timings on Mythics, you like lose the whole run. And then you know you can kill Mythics the second you find like some bands or some crowbars, and then you're like, how do I get through stage 4 and 5? It's just so difficult. I've always struggled with this run. So I'm interested how they're gonna fare with it.
So stages 4 and 5 are usually the problem child, from what I'm hearing. Oh, and immediate
what
behemoth for Ruddy.
Brilliant item. Wow.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
That's a good hack. That's a good use of that hacking beacon right there.
One of the most consistent and like universally good reds in the game. Like I don't think there's ever a time where you're not happy to see that item.
Yeah, it's just the red item that gives you more damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome. We do have unless I was wrong. Yeah, we do have Aqueduct stage 2. So there's a good chance people are getting bans there. And that kind of blows this whole loadout open.
It does, actually.
People are getting banned stage 2. That's enough damage for Mythics.
We'll see. I think Sirens could still pose a threat. They don't find enough mobility by then.
Yeah, I think finding speed items is going to be huge here.
And red team.
Oh, and they found a crowbar.
Oh, but.
And they're taking a gasoline. That's an interesting decision.
That is interesting.
They're all taking gasoline.
Huh.
Everybody wants a gasoline.
I mean, with Sirens, I think that's a fair play.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. My only thing is like,
oh, we do have a crowbar taker.
There we go, Tyler, our hero. But like one crowbar is kind of all you need with bans, and then you can double Diablo Mythics, and he just gets one shot.
Yeah, it's kind
as
of
long as you're playing fast.
It's a long-term play versus a short-term play, right? Like a gas is going to be a lot more helpful in the short term, but once you get to Mythics, you're going to wish you had that crowbar.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it is they've got Behemoth, and so they have some really solid damage off rip. So I don't know how much of an issue they'll have dealing with a lot of smaller enemies.
Lost Seers. I would honestly consider taking that with the Behemoth. You can get some shenanigans happening.
Yeah, I like Lost Seers a lot on Captain. It's great with speed shooting as well. With a lot of bigger enemies, you can just speed shoot them a bunch and they'll explode.
There's also the Behemoth bug, which isn't super relevant, but it is a fun one. If you guys didn't know, so normally Lost Seers lenses can't kill a boss, but if you kill a regular enemy with Void Crit, that explosion is able to kill bosses. So probably the best example is if you kill one of the Z Construct's cores with Lost Seers and a Behemoth, it'll just delete the Z Construct. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's exciting on stage 5 when you get a Z Construct with this exact set of items.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you're going down. And for those that don't know, a really important tech with Captain is speed shooting. And what speed shooting is when you press one of your beacons and then you cancel it with sprint and then you left click to use your M1, you can repeatedly do that to cancel all the end lag of your M1. And you can get a really fast M1 attack to rapidly shoot enemies. The key to it is you can't place your beacon in a position that would actually place it. So you have to be looking up at the sky or looking at a wall. But we will see a lot of people using speed shooting throughout this run to quickly kill enemies.
And just a tip, if you're trying to do that at home, bound a mouse button to sprint or control. Makes it a lot easier. So you're pressing 2 on your mouse and then 2 on your keyboard instead of 3 on one and 1 on the other. Makes it quite a bit more consistent. It's like the only tech in the game where I think that's useful, but it's also useful just to have the sprint on your mouse button for loader as well.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever play loader, being able to sprint with your, M3, M4 makes a huge difference.
It's kind of awkward to hold shift and control at the same time.
Yeah. And everybody is getting these free bans because on Captain you can place down one of your beacons on those buttons, and then you can just run over to the other one. You don't have to roll pots at all in this Survivor.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna see people speed up from this point, like right? Like once you get bans,
I want a Sail Star as well. Get some extra items.
what more are you looking for here? Maybe some speed, but besides that, like I don't know, you're pretty
I think
set.
it's just speed. Maybe a feather, maybe a spaces. Those defensive options.
Chronic
Never hurt.
expansion isn't bad as well. Helps you can actually use that with Diablo in phase 3.
Oh, true, yeah. Seem to be smart about keeping it up.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky though. I'm actually not sure if you have it up, the chronic expansion buff up when you place your Diablo, but then you lose it by the time it lands. Do you not get the damage increase?
I don't know, man.
Probably wouldn't, I guess.
It's like the thing with Ocular HUD in Diablo.
Mhm.
It's like, do you use Ocular HUD when you place the Diablo or when it lands? I think it's when you place it.
Yeah.
So by that same logic, I would guess that you want to have the chronic expansion buff up when you place it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
That makes it a lot easier if it works the same way as HUD.
Yeah.
One thing
I
that
think
also makes it
yeah.
easier is not having any drones. Actually, it's something I consider when I play Captain, because
yeah.
you can basically guarantee the phase 3 one if you like place it down in the middle and then stand behind a pillar. Mithras will just wait there for you until he sees you in his line of sight, but drones will fuck that up.
That's true. I mean, I think at the same time, most of these guys have their timing pretty down for the phase 3 one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much of a factor it will be, but that is a little bit more of a foolproof way to deal with it.
The phase 3 one I think is the hardest.
Yeah, that's the one we see people miss, and it's also the most punishing to miss. If you miss that phase 3, you have to deal with a lot of stuff that your build might not be ready to actually deal with.
And sometimes it is down to RNG a little bit, because like if an orb spawns like right as you're about to kill the last guy, that just sucks.
Yeah,
I hate when that happens. I'm not sure if there's like a consistent like rate at which they spawn. Probably not. It's probably just like directory based, I would assume.
Yeah, a little bit RNG there. So Ruddy actually decided to take the quail out of this try shop that had an ice band in it, which is interesting. I mean, without the crowbar, I would think you want more bands, but I think he's just opting for a little bit more speed here, especially trying to get across the moon as well. So probably a good play.
Yeah. I think interesting. Dan opting for another Sail Star instead of an Ice Band there.
Yeah, I don't know about the Sail Star play. I mean, I can really get behind the Wax Quail, because without almost any speed on your build right now, it's going to make a big difference throughout the whole run. But that might just be the full looter that lives in man's brain.
Like you're not even really guaranteed to get value out of it, because every time you use it from here on out, it could just be you get 2 items. Like I guess you got a little bit of value out of it there. Getting a transmitter and some prayer beads, huge. The transmitter is actually huge.
Confuse actually decided to take the Sail Star as well. Interesting.
That is surprising to me.
Oh, Tyler took it too. So 3 out of 4 of them took the Sail Star. I mean, maybe their mindset is like...
No, well, because there was a Sail Star that was just like outside of the cave, but then there's a second one inside the multi-shop, and it looks like they did take the band.
Oh, then that's really crazy work from Dan.
If it was the first
Um,
one, I would understand more, but a second one, like once you get to the next stage, it kind of just works the same as one.
Yeah,
I don't want to say
might have
that like
just been a
completely. It's just like,
small lapse in judgment.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Could also be a
I mean, I
misinput.
can't imagine he would have really thought through it and made that decision. Something that's tricky is sometimes, like, if you played this game long enough, you kind of just attach like meaning to some of the items, and you just see a sales star and you go sales star good, click sales star.
I definitely do that.
And yeah, you have to try and kind of train your brain not to do that with racing. I think you see it a lot in like the gamer chests, where when it's rolling and you see a vase and you already have a vase and your brain goes, oh, I clicked the vase.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, I don't need a second vase. What am I doing?
That's happened probably a dozen times in the races.
Yeah.
For me recently, that item
Or
has
like,
been chronic expansion. Like I will prioritize that item over everything else now, even when I probably shouldn't. But that item is
Yeah.
just so like, I don't know. It makes you run
a good
good
item,
no
man.
matter what. Like that's what it feels like anyway. The way it stacks is kind of ridiculous.
Oh, and I love the items that the red team just picked up, finding another antlers, finding a wrap, and finding a mocha. So great phase 2 items. Well, that's something I was going to mention earlier. A big X factor in this run is how do you deal with phase 2?
Yeah.
Of course, you want to speed shoot, but if you don't have damage in your build that's outside of the bans, that's outside of your Diablo strike, you need to deal with a lot of hard enemies at that part of the run.
That's true.
So-
And speed shooting is a little bit awkward if you're going for the ramp strategy as well.
Yep.
So, like, sometimes you have to put yourself in more dangerous situations on the ground in that fight.
Reddy's speeding ahead here, though. On stage 4. Does need to be a little careful. One thing about Captain is you have no way to cancel fall damage on this character. So, without a feather or spaces, well, I was hoping I was going to call it that, spaces. These vertical maps can be a little bit tricky.
They can be. NG's that way
Oh,
too.
and that is... It's got the lean worm. All purple. Could be a little scary for Reddy there. Oh, I think there's actually 2 Void Cradles. Yeah, there are 2 Void Cradles on stage 4 here. The other one being Voids and Flame. Should be pretty helpful here. I'm worried Confuse is going to have a Void Worm here as well.
Yeah.
Looks like those imposters are going for it.
The worm, it looked like, was about dead, though. And it can sometimes be good just, like, as a distraction. Especially because the worms sometimes just like to do their own thing. They don't even go for you.
You say that, and Reddy's almost dying. Oh, man, that was close.
They're very temperamental. Whenever like that happens, they just lock straight towards you. But then when it's a teleporter boss, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna see what's over here." Bison steak printer,
Yeah.
or the drone that's on the other end of the map, just pissed it off for some reason.
Reddy doing a little bit of speed shooting there. Honestly, I haven't seen much speed shooting for anybody this run, though.
I haven't either. Oh, another sales star. Dan's gonna be happy about that.
Oh, Reddy
Already.
might be dead.
Yep.
Oh, that's a +5. And the Void Worm strikes. That's a hard enemy to kill on this loadout. You can't really use your Diablo because it's running around. It's hard to use speed shooting because often it's just on the ground level.
And like you said, the stages. Well, we haven't seen 5 yet, but stage 4 has proved to be a little bit difficult.
It's tough, yeah. Confused speed shooting down that Vagrant, grabbing a second sales star. Dan's actually going to get a third sales star on this stage. Interestingly
Huge.
enough. Tyler's in a bit of a tricky spot here, dodging those larvae.
Interesting. Dan picking up a transmitter from that multi-shop.
That's
Oh man, this worm
He's scared.
really has it out for Ruddy. He's
Yeah, I think
leaving.
Ruddy just wants to get off of the stage. And I hate larva, but I think they're actually a really cool enemy in that you have to dodge larva
Oh,
in a different way than you dodge. Oh, is he dead?
Oh,
Oh,
if he gets breathed
yeah, this
on,
is scary. Yeah, does he have any healing? Oh,
he's
he's
shooting
got
the
eggs.
eggs, which is smart.
But he does hear a distant whirring, and there is actually a crowbar printed on the
Yeah,
stage. That's huge.
I would probably
So,
print. I get like two
I
or
mean, I think
three
you only need
at
one.
least.
Because I'm pretty sure you'll just one shot with all these bands, the behemoth and one crowbar.
You might. Yeah, with the behemoth. I'd probably get like a 2 or 3 to be safe though.
Oh no, Ruddy's dead
That's
again.
definitely.
Oh, that hurts. And you can see it on his face, just disappointment.
Oh,
It's the
Ruddy.
worst feeling when you get hit by a void touched enemy and you just know it's over before it is.
Yeah, I feel for him. We'll see what happens though.
Yeah. And
Looking-
maybe you know how it works, but there is a weird interaction with crowbars and bans where if you pick up too many crowbars, it does less damage.
I think I have heard this like secondhand, so I'm not
Yeah.
like super confident. But the bans don't actually work with crowbar, I'm pretty sure, unless it's like they wouldn't be below that threshold from your initial attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing the way it works is yeah, so if you have enough crowbars where that initial burst goes under 90%, then like that ice band is not going to have the multiplication, right?
No, and I think with Diablo, like one crowbar is like even that is too much because it's just so high
Okay.
damage.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess on loader it's more of an issue because the initial hit isn't quite as strong.
Yeah, Wally is saying you never get the crowbar boost on bans for Diablo.
The adaptive armor too. Well, this is looking grim for blue team here.
Ooh.
I mean, a
Ruddy
gun.
did use the sail star on that.
It's got
Gun
a little
is
cornucopia
like
of equipment there.
yeah, probably hoping for a skip though, right?
Yeah, definitely. Do you think anybody's gonna do the Diablo skip?
I hope so. I don't know if anyone's ever gone for that.
Oh, people have. Cabbage has done it. I've done it in a race.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Did it work out?
Cabbage died on it. I remember I did it successfully in a loadout, but I was already like a +5 behind.
I
So,
seem to remember that
matter.
vaguely. Okay. Oh, nice. And the boss is Z Construct here.
Ooh, maybe someone will take advantage of the Behemoth Void Crit combo.
Maybe. You know what they're not taking advantage of? The gun.
What? Oh, that's true. That's free real estate.
Getting
Oh, I guess they get one
twice the
anyways.
nucleus. Yeah. I don't even
An essential item for Mithrix.
I don't even
right?
know how that stacks. Like-
It gives you more of the alpha constructs. I think it goes from 4 to 8.
And that's another +5 for Ruddy, just getting
Oh,
peppered by
bummer.
the wisps there. You definitely were right that stages 4 and 5 are the issue.
Dude, they're
with this
hard.
loadout. Dan finding a feather though.
It's one of those things you don't think about if you're doing like full looting runs. Oh, and that's another one. Because you kind of just get so many items on Captain in a full loot run that he takes advantage with his proc with like a lot of shots on his proc coefficient that he's just super strong. But if you're just relying on Diablo, it's a struggle to deal with all these enemies.
And
Okay.
confused.
Confused is
Are they going for a Diablo skip?
charging up.
Yeah, they're already cooking it.
Looks like it.
They might just be doing that just because they can.
I mean, they got to be going for it. I had a prediction going for it. I had to end the betting early. So it looks like he's going for it.
Interesting.
I mean, it's the play. It's
Is there
it's
anything
consistent.
they can kill him here?
Question is, does he have enough healing to get into one-shot protection range?
He
I
does.
think he will. Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
okay. But what we saw with Cabbage in that one fateful race is he set it up and then he took a hit from Exploder at the last second and he wasn't able to get the skip. And what's really important is you need your one-shot protection. So when you get hit by the Diablo, you take almost all of your damage, but not all of it. Okay, and he's jumping.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if he got a good enough hit by it. He didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of blasted him backwards.
Yeah, he wasn't in the right spot. He wasn't ready for it.
And that will be punished.
That's a +5.
Yep.
I mean, lucky for him, blue team's looking
What
pretty
the
bad
fuck?
right now.
Just got 2
So-
void crits in a row though. That was kind of sick.
Oh wow. You think anybody's gonna saw tech here?
I don't know. I imagine people are going to get through phase 3 almost instantly.
Yeah. If they miss it though.
If they miss it, I think that's a decent backup.
Oh, and that's a death from Tyler
Yeah.
as well.
So if Dan just plays consistently here, I think.
Yeah, Dan's actually like in a spot. I didn't really expect this, but he doesn't have any +5s. He's got a feather as well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's Diablo skipping, but
I would be surprised.
yeah.
Ruddy, I think, is looking for a skip here. But
Yeah, it looks like it.
red team didn't find one either.
Ruddy is someone that it's probably not off the table for him to try Diablo skip. I mean, at this point, he's just so far behind that making big plays is probably important.
It's true, but I don't know. It's possible they could get a couple more +5s here.
That's true. It could be a bad move.
See, confused, taking a lot of hits here. Oh, getting a little scary.
Well, Ruddy's not charging up his Diablo, so I'm guessing he's not going to go for the skip. But yeah, this is really scary for Confused. He's perfected.
Sailstar on the
and a huge void crit proc for Confused there, taking out but that's another +5.
That is a +5.
Everything's going to shit here, Disputed.
I mean, this is good
tough.
news for blue team.
Oh yeah, if you're blue, you love this. I mean, you don't know about it, but
it would still take quite a bit of +5s here. Oh, but Confused is very greeting this.
So
wow.
dangerously. And
okay.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Confused, but I think that was a little bit of his mentality kind of getting in the way there. It's really easy after you +5 to just kind of say like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna go as fast as I can.
But like,
doesn't even matter anymore. But it matters
does
so
matter
much.
because look at where Reddy's at. He has 4. Not it would only be 1 ahead of him if he died there.
Yeah. Did work out though. Dan is sitting back by the ship dealing with all these enemies. Oh, Dan's scaring me here though. I think there's a good chance he +5s.
Okay, got rid of the perfected though.
Love the saw. All right, Confused is up into the arena. He's thinking one Diablo is going to be enough, not going for the double.
Usually is.
He'll run across right now.
We'll see.
And this should be a one-shot on Mithrix.
The placement is.
Oh,
a
wait,
little bit-
Ruddy's doing the Diablo skip.
Okay.
Oh, but he just took a little bit of damage.
Oh.
Oh, he did the same thing
Bad angle
that
again.
Confused did.
Can they get up to the branch?
Yeah.
Even if they could, I don't
No,
think it
it
would
doesn't
matter.
matter if he can, yeah.
But Confused. One-shotting Mythics there. Getting through this phase.
Yeah, on to
We'll
phase
see
2.
how phase 2 shakes out.
This is tough. And Ruddy probably doesn't know it, but that +5 could come into play here if Confused dies a couple times. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Confused is struggling here a lot. Not really
Dan.
doing any damage.
Oh, procking transmitter. Oh, and that's
Yeah,
a.
that's another +5
yeah.
on Confused.
So I think
He's a good speed shooter.
it's a bit of a race between Dan and Tyler here.
Yeah.
Tyler does have that +5, but Dan is still, I believe, on his first pillar. At 1%.
Ooh, and Tyler one-shots. Yep.
Nice.
Plenty of damage there.
I'm glad they went for the Diablo skips, even though it didn't work out. It's cool to see him try it.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's, I think, one of just the silliest techs in the whole game.
It is very silly.
Like, it only works if you have one-shot protection. You're just hurting yourself. And the fact that it's perfectly set up so that you get all the way up to the arena and survive is kind of ridiculous. Like, it feels like it should take you way higher or not high enough.
You have to hit it just perfectly. And I think, like, there's so many things that affect it too. Like Ice Band, I know affects it. Slows you down if you proc that. Chrono affects it too.
I just gotta say, the prediction on this Diablo for the gamble is insane. There was 48,000 bet on yes and 500 bet on no. And whoever bet no on that Diablo prediction is getting rich. That's wild.
Is it that they would do it successfully or just that they would attempt it?
Yeah, that somebody would skip the pillars
Ah.
with the Diablo skip. And assuming that Dan doesn't change his mind and go do a Diablo skip here, looks like they're
Like, he couldn't if
raking
he
in some
wanted,
cash.
unless he +5. He doesn't have the
oh yeah, yeah.
OSP. I guess, could you do it with transmitter?
I don't think you can with the current transmitter. Maybe with the old one, but the current one doesn't have one-shot protection anymore.
That's right.
We missed it, but Confused is all done. Going back to the ship, was able to finish up. I like what Tyler's doing right now, using his shock beacon to set up the Diablo. And he's gonna kill it at 26, and he does. And this will set up a good Diablo. It should one-shot phase 3
Okay, very good.
and get a ban to skip
Yeah.
phase 4. And great job from Tyler.
Phase 2 is like the only part of that fight.
So now it all comes down to Raymond Daniels.
Yeah.
Can he have a clean fight here? I think coming in, we didn't expect Dan to be the person that had the best shot to win it, but he definitely does right now. If he gets some clean Diablos, he has enough damage. He has the crowbars.
I'm worried about his phase 2, though.
I am as well.
He has a lot of curse already.
And Confused, almost done on the
No,
ship.
is he gonna...
Racing back.
Don't cook 2.
Yeah, he doesn't need to cook too. Okay. I think Ruddy's gonna cook too, though.
I don't think they need to.
No, it looks like he's not.
Okay.
All right, confused is
There
all
we go.
done.
Dan got it.
Dan gets the one shot. Okay, this is really important right now. Can he have a clean phase 2?
Sets up the
If he
shock
gets
beacon.
used without plus 5ing, I think he'll be okay. Ruddy gets a nice Diablo skip. At this point, Ruddy's in 4th place. Doesn't really matter for him. But Dan has the potential for first.
Best case scenario though for blue team, they just keep the score at the same deficit. Like I don't think they can really gain
Yeah.
points here. If
But it's
Ruddy's in
really
last.
important they do. I mean, if they get 3rd and 4th, there's no way for them to come back in the last loadout. So it's really important for Dan here to at least get 2nd place.
Prevent them from getting more of a lead.
He's playing it well, though. All right, last wisp dealt with. We just got to make sure that he gets this good timing here. Red team is all finished. We can pull them in.
Whew.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
So we are waiting to see what happens with Dan right now. He currently has no plus 5s, and if he gets a clean phase 3 skip, he'll get first place. If he misses it, we don't know what's going to happen. But currently, you guys are in first and second.
You guys are not gonna like lose points at the very least. Like the best that blue team could do at this point is like maintain the lead that you guys already have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and there's one more exploder for Dan. Where is it? Oh, he's not going to get the phase 3 setup.
Maybe
Is
wait
that
it out.
one last
Wait it out.
exploder?
Wait it out. Wait it out. Wait it out. Wait it out. Wait it
Yeah.
out, Dan.
Yeah. I think he's doing just that. Okay, this is smart. He should still have enough time. He needs to beat a 35:54. 32 minutes right now, so he needs to be on the ship at 34:54.
This is where I get stressed out about like a random orb spawning though.
Yeah. He's got to make it through 10 seconds without another orb spawning. And with his missile drone not killing it as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Looks like he's going to get it here.
Very
One
nice.
shot. It's the phase 4 skip.
Tyler, they didn't find the secret ice band.
No, they
told you it would
did. They just didn't go for it. Dan wanted the Sail Star.
Yeah. Dan wanted a second Sail Star.
What?
And Ruddy took the
And
quail.
then Ray took the quail, yeah.
That's probably the play.
Yeah, I was going to say the quail is like probably just the correct play there. The Sail Star is like belligerent. Like, I don't know what you're doing.
After Dan already had one, by the way. This was his second Sail Star.
But who are we to talk? Dan's winning this loadout right now.
That's
as long as
true.
he can make it back to the ship.
Maybe he does. I don't know.
As long as he gets back to the ship in the next minute, he'll take this one.
Yeah, he makes it. Never mind.
Yeah, quite the chaotic loadout we had here, and yeah, we saw a couple Diablo skip attempts there.
Yeah, sorry for missing. My bad.
It's
Not
all right. It's all
swag
right.
enough.
The exactly
Others
same
perfected.
thing happened to Ruddy. He
Yeah.
tried to go for it and also didn't get high enough. Just being a little
Yeah.
off center.
Ruddy did
Three
already have a lot of
exploders
plus
spawned the
fives.
second it was about to explode. Like,
Dude, every time. It always
it's
happens.
so annoying.
I commend you for going for it though.
Oh,
It
yeah.
takes
It's sick.
chutzpah.
So it's all coming down to a loader here.
I don't know. My name's Goji. I hit that. That's all I know.
Hey, man. I've never missed the Diablo skip in a race. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Have you been
Have you ever
attempted
gone
Diablo
for it?
skip?
I've done it. Yeah, I did it in a race.
Okay,
Okay.
just checking.
It didn't matter. It was a race I was losing, and it was in the 4th loadout, and I already had 2 plus 5s, but I hit it. All right. I wonder if Dan thinks that he won.
I don't know. I mean he has to know that Ruddy didn't win.
Yeah, yeah. Ruddy definitely knows he's in a bad spot. Ruddy corrupted the worm on, or Void touched the worm on stage 3 and just died to it like 3 times. It was a mess. Um,
All right.
all right, we can pull him in here.
Well, they did it. They prevented you guys from getting points.
Raymond Daniels, a beautiful first place from you.
Oh, I'm the best captain
Nice
in
job.
the world, dude. Let's go.
Now, Roddy,
Also-
unfortunately, you did get 4th.
Yeah.
But so nobody is gaining points really, but nobody's losing points either.
God,
Yeah,
God, I'm good at captain.
So we
Dan,
just
it
went through
was
that pain for
actually
nothing.
it was so clutch that you got that Diablo at the end there, and that you didn't kill that exploder, because it was a difference of like 1 minute. Really, really
Mhm.
good job. And just not dying. Everybody +5 except for you.
Let's
And
go.
just having a clean run. Sometimes it's all it takes.
Yeah.
So-
Bingo players
Yeah.
are thrilled, I'm sure.
Dan, we do have to ask you. On stage
Yes.
2, there was a multi-shop with
Yes.
an ice
Yeah, what
band
the
and a
fuck,
sail
man?
star
Yes.
and a quail.
Yes.
You went for the sail
I
star.
had 2 bands already. I was like, oh, stage 2, I could get like feathers and stuff. And I did get a feather, to be fair.
Are we ignoring the
You get
quail
that.
here? You could have got that.
And I got
Yeah,
a
no,
quail
the
next
quail.
stage out of her chest as well. So it all paid off in the end. Look,
Imagine
was,
you
was
had
it
a
the right
band.
play? Was it the right play? No. Was
Okay.
it the correct play? Also, yes.
Was it the winning play?
So-
Yes. Maybe that wasn't why you won,
It-
but you won, so
It was just funny when Red Team got in here, they were like, "Oh, they didn't find the secret band." It's like,
What?
Turnaround tech, man.
I mean, you just don't
Gets
need another
everyone.
band on Captain.
yeah,
I
the
don't know,
band
damage.
didn't end up being necessary. But of course there was a crowbar printer on stage 4, so
It's very
which
nice.
was a
Very
rough
comfy.
printer for you, Ruddy.
Fuck, man,
everyone-
that worm. It was hitting me. It wasn't even hitting me. I was just near it, and I got collapsed
Yeah.
so many times.
I'm just going to
Uh,
take this chance to run to the loo. Baby.
you earned it. Yeah, everyone did their Diablo skips. I don't think anyone fucked it up.
What?
Yeah, I have 4 clean Diablo skips actually.
Oh, you mean
Great.
timing?
Yeah, timings. Phase 2 is hard. for some
Everyone
people.
skipped pillars with Diablo.
No. That. Yeah, sorry,
I tried.
I misspoke.
You guys lost somebody in chat a lot of channel points because there was a gamble on it, and it was 99 to 1% that you guys would hit your
Oh.
Diablo skips, and somebody just lost 45,000 channel points.
Dude, I was
I'm
really close
sorry.
again. I just was slightly off with my standing.
Yeah, fucking 3 exploders spawning threw me off.
Yeah, I had that
Would've been
too.
Fine.
And my healing drone, which didn't heal me, I couldn't even skip the other time.
Well, it is what 10 to 8 right now. Red team
Yeah, I'll say to Dan,
advantage.
we need to get a first. One
Mhm.
of us in Loader.
You need to do at least, I think first place and third place will tie it. First place and second place will win it for you guys. So I'm gonna just say I want to watch the end of the Warriors Rockets game, so I hope that you guys win it.
I'm gonna win
I'm
now.
really-
just by you.
Dude, I'm really glad I won that because holy shit, that run pissed me off. Like, dude, I've had twice I've checked soup with 0 reds in it. 0. Two runs in a row. Not even in ages. To like, just nothing. This game's. I love this. It's a good game. I love this game. Good bug game.
Well,
Drives me crazy.
visit Soup again. Surely it won't happen 3 times.
Yeah, this time.
Yeah.
This time.
Are you guys ready to get
So-
into this loader?
Yeah.
No.
Look at this, 6-4-4-4.
I'm gonna get my kneecaps broken, man.
You can't. You're
I
loader.
don't get
You
a
have 4
sub
damage this
20.
time.
Confused, you're the speedrunner, man.
If I
Everybody's
don't get
watching
a sub
you.
20, my kneecaps are getting broken, man. It's
Yeah.
over for me.
Cabbage is coming
Nobody's
to your house
expecting
right
anything
now,
out of the
dude.
speedrunner. Surely.
Everything's on the line.
All right,
Please.
guys. Well, we'll
Yeah,
go
nothing to
do this loader. Best of luck, everybody.
Good luck. Bye bye.
You
Bye-bye.
Look.
Bye.
Bye. Cap is locked in right now.
Cap's locked in. Cabbage is locked in. Sneck's locked in. I'm locked in, man. I love watching loader.
Loader is fun. This is an interesting loadout though. Thunder
It
Slam,
is.
a little gross.
Yeah, they got bad punch, bad special. It's an interesting loadout we have here. And Loader's an interesting character. For people that don't know, I think Loader's the most specialized character in the cast. So what we see between the racers is there are Loader players and there are people who are not Loader players.
Yeah.
And Ruddy is not a Loader player. Dan is not a Loader player. Tyler's not a Loader player. Confused is kind of a Loader player though. So there kind of is a big difference here. What it really comes down to is just who's comfortable with the movement, who's comfortable going really fast, who has speedrun with Loader before.
Mm-hmm.
So we should see a difference.
Your prismatic trials.
Yeah,
One of the best ways to learn Loader.
actually, yeah. Doing prismatics, doing any percent runs, just doing gauntlet runs as well. I mean, that's how I got into the races. Is I was just speedrunning the gauntlets on Loader before, and Cap begged me to apply.
Loader's fun. It's almost like its own game within a game.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I don't think any of the Loader is the best character, I would say, but I also think the skill gap on Loader is higher than any other character.
Yeah. I mean, you just have access to these mechanics that nobody else does. You have access to like taking advantage of your movement speed in a way that deals damage, which the skill ceiling for that just is so high.
Mm-hmm. Already opting for
Thinking
the
about
Echo
warped
there.
Echo.
Interesting. Is he confused going for the crit? Different play styles coming out.
A Gopus. Yeah,
There's
I mean,
a fuel cell
crits-
as well.
Yeah. Crit's actually not great on Loader. Ideally, during the Mythics fight, you're not punching Mythics too many times. And if you only have one or two
Ooh.
crit, that means there's like a good chance that you just don't crit during the fight. And so the variance of that extra damage sometimes just doesn't work in your favor. But there is a band on Raydans.
Yeah, that's definitely very helpful. And I don't know if they're going to find it on Red Team.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not sure what chest was in. I didn't see them get it.
It was kind of on the edge of the map. Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, and Confuse is leaving without it.
Wow. That's
Snack's
going to make a
leaving without
difference.
it.
I wonder if
Tyler Snack's not in this race.
Dan trying to do pot here,
does he-
which is
I think
if
he
you
gets
can. Nope.
Oh no! That is an evil beetle card. He did such a good job
Fucking
rolling that as
VG.
well. That's a difficult pot.
I wonder if Red Team's going to go for that.
What I say with that pot is you always try it. If you get
Yeah.
it, you go do pots, but if you miss it, you kind of move on.
I agree.
Usually you don't get it, but
One band is
Wow,
kind
this
of
is-
all you need on the Survivor.
it really is. This is huge for Blue Team to have the band that there's no way that Red Team can find that band at this point. That's out of the question. It's stage one. It's
Burn?
over. So
Really good healing,
the
too.
Wern's great, yeah.
Solves
Especially on a
healing for
character
the
like
rest of the
Loader where
run.
you're just getting into the fray.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we can already see the difference in damage here. Blue Team's just dealt with this Dune Strider. Red Team's gonna have to punch it a bunch of times.
Tyler's going for a bleed build right now.
Oh,
Which is
interesting.
interesting on Loader.
Yeah, what do you think about stacking bleed on Loader?
Oh, it's great, man.
Yeah,
Name a more iconic duo.
dude, I remember when I first got into Risk of Rain, like 3 years ago. Like, didn't know anything about the game. I looked up like best Loader builds, and there was this thread on Reddit where it was like, you can build Loader two ways. You can either get high damage with bands and crowbars and crit, or you can go for an M1 attack speed build where
What?
you get bleed and syringes. And I was playing co-op with my friend. I was like, dude, I want to get the syringe loader build.
That's crazy.
And man, that shit is not good. For anybody wondering,
really is
don't go
not.
the syringe loader build.
If you have a crowdfunder, you can make bleed work, but like under any other circumstance,
Yeah, I mean, that's just not a loader build anymore.
it's true.
Alrighty, moving on to stage 3 now. Seeing a wrap printer. Wouldn't be surprised if he grabs a couple of those. Maybe just grabs one now that he knows he keeps his... Okay, never mind, loses the gas.
Hmm.
I mean, not a big deal. You have the AoE from the band. You also
Yeah.
have Thunder Punch, which does a little bit of AoE too.
And when
Wait, is
you're,
that a ATG printer?
it might be. When you're going this
Yeah, that's
fast, you also just have less enemies to deal with, and AoE isn't as big of a consideration.
Okay, Dan turned around. Did he see it? I mean, you don't
See,
print
yeah,
ATGs
like-
if you have a band, though.
Yeah, what are you going to get rid of? Like the fuel cell would be good to get rid of, but like, are you going to 50-50 that? He's going for the wrap printer.
Yeah. So this is really interesting because much like what I was talking about with crit, ATGs aren't great on loader
Mm.
because they're only hitting 10% of the time, and then within that 10%, they actually have to hit mythics.
So what you're saying is
So-
they're great 10% of the time.
They're great like 5% of the time, really.
Because
5% of the time, they're like better than a band if you have a few of them.
Confused did just print 3 ATGs, getting a sticky as well, which is a decent synergy, but it's like the odds of that happening is pretty
Yeah.
low.
But hey, man, if it works,
You just want the perfect ATG. Get it to
Yeah.
crit as well.
one ATG to rule them all.
Crit ATG into sticky bomb. That's some damage.
And I mean, if they find a ban later on in the run, you do have some nice synergy there. There's a chance you can get ATGs into bans.
There's a
which would be even
band.
stronger.
Oh, Lear.
Good one.
Where? Thank you. I've been brushing up on my comedy. I've been practicing.
Yeah, you should start a YouTube channel or something. I don't know, man.
I've heard that. There was an Ocular HUD somewhere. I'm not sure where Confused found that.
Oh, that's huge. That I'll confidently say that is the best equipment you can get on loader. It does the most damage out of
Really?
anything.
That makes
That's
sense.
Generally in speedruns, that's the equipment that people are looking for. So that's really big. Of course, you do need some damage to go along with it as well, which a delicate watch is. We're gonna see Confused grab one more ATG. Or maybe we won't. It looks like he froze.
Oh,
I thought I froze for a second. I
okay.
was like, oh, no.
We're good.
All right, so my fear here is that even though they have the ban, are Dan and Ruddy going to play fast enough that they can still beat these other two?
I don't know. They're going at like the same pace so far.
Yeah.
Like
It's an ATG, but
they don't know they have this band advantage.
yeah, I mean they assume they're on the same playing field right now.
But if you assume they
But
have
either
bands as
way.
well, though, like yeah, you'd still want to
Yeah,
try to push it as
you
much
need
as
to go
possible.
fast.
And Ruddy did just hit the teleporter. To be fair,
Yeah. Oh, this is pretty scary for Ruddy, dealing with two Elder Lemurians.
yeah, he's backing off.
Dune Strider.
Didn't find the
Well, this
Ocular
is-
HUD last stage.
It's really tough.
Uh,
Yeah, he
hmm.
I'm wondering, was the HUD in like was it in a barrel?
I'm not sure.
Because I saw there was an equipment try shop that
Yeah.
Dan took the egg out of.
It might
I
have been in
assume
there.
they would have chosen the HUD over that, but
I do as well.
I mean, they also might have just won the egg for the survivability, kind of the getaway option.
Looking at their healing, they do have that drone, but
I mean, they got
oh yeah, they got the urn. What am I talking about?
yeah. Which, like, you do need to be in the fray for the urn to do anything, but it's pretty good on loader.
You're usually in the fray.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can see with Ruddy right now, like, he's taking a lot of hits, but the Mern
He
just kind
is.
of goes through it all.
And red team actually, I think, having an easier time with this teleporter.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a matter of comfort with loader. Ruddy's kind of scaring me here.
I think, I mean, with 4 ATGs, that band difference, it's less. And like you said, you still run the risk of not proccing any on Mithrix because you're only hitting him a couple times. But if you do land it, though,
I think mathematically, one band is actually just better than 4 ATGs because you have a guaranteed proc on the band every 10 seconds. And you can only use your punch
and that's
every
a plus
5
5
seconds.
for Ruddy.
Oh, that is lethal. That could just spell disaster for the blue team.
Oh, what?
Oh,
what?
this could be another one.
Okay. Should die here. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, and that lack of comfort on loader is showing up right now.
scary. Oh, Sailstar. Dan's
Sailstar,
favorite.
is he going to pick it?
Fuck,
Oh.
dude. Disappointing me again.
Meanwhile, Confused is kind of gaming right now. And if Confused gets first place, they win. That's it. Blue team has to get at least first place at the minimum to be able to either send this to overtime or win the day. That Ocular HUD's doing great damage.
Ready him for the Sailstar, though. Getting a Wax Quail and a Warhorn for it.
Not much.
Yeah, especially where Dan got the transmitter. That's the alternative to the Sailstar. Maybe it'll pay off next stage. We'll see.
Loader's so funny because, like, look at how many items Confused has. Like, he actually has like 12 items, maybe 13. And he's just going. That ATG printer was a blessing for the red team. I mean, without it, they wouldn't have much.
It's certainly helping get through bosses at the very least, even if it's not great for Mithrix. And it'll be
you're hoping
helpful in phase 2.
Yeah. You're kind of hoping there's no ban on this stage if you are blue team. I mean, of course they want one, but I think if red team gets a ban, they're kind of just smooth sailing now. And Ruddy, we can see the kind of lack of comfort on that movement, struggling a little bit to kill some of these.
Getting a gun here.
Okay. What was the boss? I think it was a Solus.
I think so as well.
Actually, yeah, being able to get probes will be really nice here. Interested what that printer was over there. Oh, a focus crystal printer, actually.
Oh, and they're going into it.
That's huge. Yeah. And now I'm looking at Confused, and I'm like, his damage is good. Regardless of bans, I mean, having a watch, 4 focus crystals, 4 ATGs, getting to Mithrix at 15 minutes.
Yeah, if you're only going to have...
You're in a good spot.
15 items. I guess, like, what, 10 items? These are the ones you want to have.
Yeah, these definitely are. And I really like where Confused is right now.
13 items. 14 if you include
13.
the equipment. That's not a lot. That's like less than 3 items a stage.
Yeah. But they're the right items. And so what we're going to see Confused do here in a second is a specific loader tech to skip pillars. So he's going to fly up to the side of the bridge. He's going to punch down. He's going to grab onto the bridge and then keep his grapple stuck on, and then pulling himself down. He will host skip all the way to the top, and he does it.
Amazing execution on that.
It's a pretty fun tech. I really like that variation of the host skip.
It really, I think the hardest part of that is just getting your tunnel down.
Yeah. So I think having a clean tunnel is like a big point of pride for loader players.
Was that like...
Wow,
Was that an ATG?
Oh, no. That was the...
Was that the luminous shot?
That was the luminous shot,
What the fuck? That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't even know how that works. It works, though, that's for sure. Oh, and he gets an ATG off of that? Yo, Confused is rolling.
15 minutes into the run.
Yeah.
We might see a sub 20 here. I don't think we've ever had one in a race.
Surely never a sub 20.
I don't think we have.
I mean, did you not watch the new YouTube video, man?
What?
The new YouTube video.
Was there a sub 20 in that?
Zinc got a 15-minute run in that.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah. Yeah, he got the fastest run in any race.
It certainly hasn't happened a lot then.
Yeah. Yeah, Zinc, I think it was like a 15:45. Zinc in chat right now. No, I think we've seen a couple sub 20s on Loader before, but wow.
Okay.
Wow. Confused is rolling right now. And yeah, as long as Confused can finish out this phase 3, he's leading his team to victory right now.
That's a good reminder, though.
Don't eat pizza, though.
Go check out Risk of Resources YouTube channel. Watch the video from last week.
Yeah, I kind of spoiled it, but we got to see the fastest time that's ever been in a race in the new video.
Yeah.
And it was done by Zinc.
You don't know what survivor it is, though.
Yeah, it could be on any
It could be
survivor.
anybody. This is
Could be
impressive,
on
though.
Rex. Yeah. Yeah, looking at having about
Wow.
maybe an 1830 here. And I think Confused is pretty confident that he's winning this, knowing where everybody else stands on this survivor.
Just don't +5 on the ship. I didn't know Luminous Shot was that crazy.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but it's pretty strong. I thought that they patched it. I thought that it doesn't work on Loader anymore, but clearly not.
I'm gonna have to watch that back.
Yeah. Well, there's something that Confused knows that Tyler doesn't, because Tyler isn't getting the big procs.
Yeah. It might have just been
Confused
like...
typing in chat, kneecap secured. I think he's pretty happy with his run right now.
We're gonna in here be like, okay, you guys got last, third and fourth.
Oh yeah, we got to tell him that.
But yeah, I think this is looking pretty good for Red Team. I mean, they guaranteed win, but I think
They
first
got
and
it.
second are extremely likely.
Yeah. Which I mean, good for them. A very deserved victory
Dan
today.
is doing an egg skip on Loader.
Yeah, Dan clearly not up to speed with the new tech that
He needs
everybody's
to
doing.
learn that host skip variant. Host skip has been a thing for
Yeah.
how long? Like over a year at this point.
Yeah, like maybe 2 years. I don't know. It's been a minute. But Tyler trying to finish up this phase 2. Meanwhile, already just starting the fight, and of course he does have that ban, but he also has a +5. It's also getting there a little bit later. And it really goes to show Confuse's skill with Loader. Being able to do this all without the band. Just pure skill, 3 ATGs, and a little bit of luck.
Yeah, and a
4
dream.
ATGs. And a dream, yeah. And kneecaps. Because somebody was breaking them if he didn't get a sub 20.
Kneecaps secured. My podiatrist said I have the knees of a 70-year-old.
Probably because you're a 70-year-old man.
Yeah, I thought it was a compliment because I'm actually 85.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know you were ancient like that.
That's a real story, though. He did actually say that.
That's really worrisome, man. Knowing your actual age, I'm worried for you.
Yeah. It'll be
Confused
fine.
looks very happy with that. 1807? 1817. Yeah, that's a really good time,
Yeah.
especially with no bans.
Sub 20 has only happened a handful of times. I didn't think it had happened at all. I don't think it's happened in any of the races I've casted, at least.
Yeah, I think it has to be the right people playing, and it has to be a loader race. So it's definitely rare. But at this point, with like the current meta at loader, I think when people get a band or get some strong items like this, they expect themselves to be able to get that sub 20, which, I mean, hey, it's crazy, but it's just the reality of where things are. Tyler finishing up this phase 4. Looks like he's mostly in the clear now. Confused showing off that Meyer turn,
Yeah.
which definitely helped him a lot that run. I mean, Meyer turn is just such a great item when you're playing a survivor like this.
I mean, this is one where if it was a normal race, would Confuse get bonus points?
Times.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Really hard to get bonus points on a character as fast as Loader is.
It is, but it would be like 4 minutes, like 1 minute off
Yeah.
from it, basically.
Yeah, we've talked in the past about making bonus points like a ratio of your time because it's very different, like the difference in time on a Loader run versus like NG run.
Mm-hmm.
I think ultimately it's just way too confusing to do that though. It would be interesting though. Tyler charging up the ship here, almost done. And yeah, the loader knowledge check is real. And I think Tyler as well is somebody that's gotten a lot better at loader. I mean, I remember maybe a year ago, Tyler was new to the races. Not super comfortable in this character. And, wouldn't exactly call him like one of the loader mains, but
You
he's
don't.
clearly improved a lot.
I feel like you have to be pretty good at loader to get a sub 20. I think my PB all time is like 19 minutes, and that took me a very long time to grind out.
Yeah.
But you can just kind of bumble your way through loader and get like a 25-minute at least. Like you don't have to be super proficient with loader to get a good time here or anything. Oh,
Yeah,
and that's a +5
that's
for
true.
Dan.
I'm gonna pull in our champions though. Should we prank them?
Yeah, they'll totally
Alright.
believe us.
Yo.
So unfortunately, you guys missed the band stage 1, and didn't matter though because you guys still got first and second. Great job.
Ah, I thought we were gonna prank them.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Ruddy
was
finished a
that was
long
a
time ago, and we're
crazy
waiting on
prank.
Dan.
I
Good
would
job,
have
guys.
But yeah.
rioted if I didn't come first,
Yeah,
man.
confused. Really
you
good
did
job.
miss a band stage 1. I wasn't
That's
joking about
whatever.
that.
Whatever.
But yeah, really good
It's
job,
Fireband,
confused.
meh.
Great job, Tyler. Yeah, you guys took it home.
I didn't print ATGs at all.
No, well, they
Well,
already
they
had
had
a
the band.
band, so it was like,
I don't know, it's Fireband, I'd do it.
and by that point they didn't have as many greens as you guys did. So like Dan had a fireband and a fuel cell. That was it. So like he could 50-50 the fireband, but it's probably the right play to just not do that.
Yeah.
I think Fireband is overrated. Like, ATG is so good. Especially with Thunder Slam, because you get and Thunder Gauntlet, because you hit 3 times. Like, if you had charged, I'd probably want. Charged
Ruddy.
Pylon, I think I'd take
Ruddy.
band, but.
Oh, Ruddy,
Oh no.
So what happened there was the golem was shooting, and then he went into phase 4. Golem died, but the shots were still out, and they hit him.
I think I'll pull them in here and just tell them to finish charging. That way they're
Yeah.
not wandering.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey
whoa,
guys,
listen
keep
here.
charging.
Hey, whoa,
keep
whoa, whoa, we're
charging.
winning. Here, go away. we're cooking.
You're about 12 minutes too late.
Yeah, we're cooking
nothing.
here.
We've got
Leave us
time.
alone.
Yeah, so you guys were
So Confused got an
competing.
18-minute
Yeah.
run.
Oh, so this was all for nothing.
Yeah, they finished like 2 minutes ago.
This guy trying to tell us he's not a loader speed runner. Gets 18-minute run. What's this shit?
The run was good. Like, it's not my fault.
You know
Well,
what's
he
crazy?
had the threat of
Neither of
bodily
them found
harm.
the band either.
That's true. This is why I don't race for 2 months at a time. I'm just saying, my ego.
Hey,
Shut
you
it.
want to run? You want to run? That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I
go.
didn't want to run, man.
Yeah, we're a fucking loser, actually. We win, Ruddy. We're the best.
Tyler, you were consistent. You got second place every loadout today.
Yeah.
You actually got
true.
the most points today.
Oh, hey,
Without
so
winning
did
a
I.
run.
Yeah.
Consistency does that, I guess.
I got higher
Yeah.
highs and lower lows. Unlucky.
And good job, Tyler, because I know you've been talking for a while about not winning, but you're the winner
Dude,
today.
actually, the last time I won a race was in November.
Yeah, well, great stuff today.
You guys
Very
win races?
consistent.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
yeah,
I can't put a
solid-
5 at the end of my last time. I don't think I can put a 4 at the end of the year that I won my last race at, actually. I don't.
Yeah,
2023.
yeah, the same here, Dan.
Same here, yeah. Well, no, 24, but not a 5.
Oh dear.
That was
that was
GG.
an
phenomenal.
awesome race today. Everybody played really well. I think
Mhm.
everybody had their moments that they shined. It was really fun to see. And competitive to the last
22
minute.
and 18. Jesus Christ.
Great job.
Yeah,
Okay.
the loader diff is real. But
We're probably going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to race, please sign up. If you go to riskofresources.com/apply, we are always looking for new racers. There's been a drought recently. Sometimes we don't have enough people to sign up. And yeah, if you think you got what it takes, or you think you can have what it takes, go ahead and do that. Also, mentioned it earlier, YouTube video up last week. Go check that out if you haven't already. You can also join the Discord. I think there's a panel under the stream for that. And hopefully Race will be back for the next one. You got just a little bit of rickets. It's fine.
He's doing his best.
follow everybody.
Yeah.
And
Go check these guys out.
Ruddy streams.
I'm an Elden Ring
You
streamer
stream?
who streams this on the side.
no.
So don't,
I don't know.
well,
I might stream again someday.
the other
Who
two
knows?
don't stream too much, but they're swell guys. They're sweet as can be. So follow them.
Thanks, Goji.
I
oh dear.
think that's everything. Thank you guys for watching.